Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody.
Hello.
I think, and we all think.
No, not really.
Yeah, we try.
Not all.
I just pretend like I think.
Right, there you go. Ah, there we
It's
go.
like I tell people, I just pretend like I know what I'm doing. Ooh, excuse me.
What the hell you doing?
I was trying to get the stream up on YouTube.
Ah, thing.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to probably the most boring episode of BabbleGab.
Oh, that's really that's we're just gonna sit here four squares
And stare at each other for 3 hours.
Let's just go.
Yeah. Oh, let me share the doohickey.
Yeah, you share your doohickey. And
Did they change the interface again?
how you doing?
Darn.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
I'm okay.
Good.
My office was a mess, so I'm broadcasting from my kill room today.
Ah,
Oh, that is a kill room, kind of like Dexter.
That's actually what I searched for to find it.
So, week recap. How'd everybody do this week?
Tot got her driver's license this morning.
ah.
Sweet.
So after she did the driving test gentleman walked up to me and said she got a B minus. Do you understand what I'm saying? B minus. She doesn't get to drive the Porsche.
Oh,
She's been talking, apparently.
oh,
Ah.
yeah.
She doesn't get to drive the Porsche.
I apparently forgot to teach her about the 3-point turn. Although I had her do one last night, I just didn't tell her what it was, and she didn't know.
She knew what it was. She just didn't know what the nomenclature was, huh?
Yeah. Well, is it the same thing as a K turn?
I'm
Yeah,
picturing
3-point turn. Is that what you said? Yeah, 3 points, same as K.
Okay. How about parallel
Yeah, I
parking? But nobody does that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that for testing anymore. I don't think they do. They might.
They didn't for me because I took my driver's test out in the country. There was no place to parallel park if they'd wanted to.
That's different.
They have a test course here at the motor vehicle place, and they just do it back there.
Yeah, that's one thing about Florida. I was making that comment. Back home in Kansas City, where I'm from, they take you out on the road, but here they're like, man, Florida people drive like idiots. I ain't taking them out of the road.
Always gets me when people say, well, we need more training and we need more schools, and in Europe they make them. It's like when you see somebody do something stupid on the road, is it because they didn't know it was stupid or they just didn't care?
Yeah.
And training only takes care of the don't know part.
That's why they used to show the films and stuff.
Oh, those driver ed films, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Blood
Those
on
were
the
even before my time.
Mm-hmm. I took driver ed, and I remember the simulators we were in.
I think we didn't do those either.
No, it's really hard to hot rod in those things. It doesn't go with the film.
No throttle response.
Yeah.
I must have taken a driving test, but I don't remember it.
I remember in high school they took us to that course over there by Buckley Air Force Base where we had to drive around on that, square for.
Did you took driver's ed?
Yes.
I took driver ed too, and it was my turn to drive, and I got in the seat and pulled out at the stop sign. And I came to a stop, and I creeped, because that's what you're supposed to do. Come to a complete stop, and then you creep out to look, make sure nobody's coming. And I started to go, and the driver's ed teacher on his side has a brake, and he hit the brake. Mm-hmm. And we got rear-ended.
Oh, good. Fucking idiot.
A block away from the school, we got rear-ended because he hit the brake. I said, I stopped. I told him I stopped. Then you creep forward, because he thought I ran the stop sign. He was busy talking to the other students to pay attention.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, I can't remember who are. I can visualize our driver's ed teacher, and he had the same thing. He had a brake on the other side,
Yeah.
and
I-
you know they never told you when they were going to brake, so you're sitting there driving. "Oh, what the hell? I didn't, you know, you weren't."
I don't think they should have a brake over there, but then you get some
Mr. Burke.
dumbass student that shouldn't be behind the wheel of a bicycle, let alone of a car.
At least give them an ejection seat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Because I already knew how to drive. I've been driving since I was like 13 on back roads.
Mm.
But the problem was I hadn't driven an automatic. And so I get the, you know, the Dart or Valiant or whatever the hell it was, with the automatic. And I kept going for the clutch pedal,
Oh,
trying to explain to somebody with a fucking 92 IQ that yes, I know how to drive. I was going for the clutch pedal because I'm not used to automatics.
really? I figured automatic would be easier than a manual.
Yeah, it's easy until you go for the clutch pedal.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens
then
when you
you
go to the
just-
clutch pedal and it's an automatic?
You turn on your high beams.
Well, that's true. If it's a Mercedes, it's no problem because the brake pedal is the same size as a regular pedal. But in an American car, if it's an automatic, the brake pedal is 14 feet wide.
Mhm.
How
I thought it
many
was
feet are you
funny.
supposed to put on the damn thing?
Yeah. I thought it was funny that my first wife taught me how to drive a manual.
Well, my mom did. Well, I learned to drive manual when I learned to drive. There wasn't anything else.
My wife still has a manual. She bought a Subaru manual, and she calls it her anti-theft device because
It is.
yeah,
Yeah.
And not too many people can drive a manual, so it's not going to get stolen.
I actually saw a video when I was that they share on this thing called Police One. It's a training network for law enforcement, and they literally had a video of guys going around to different cars going, "Oh, that one's I can't drive that one," and they'd move on to the next car. You know,
Yeah.
E-scooter.
The scooter bug.
Yeah, I like a manual unless it's just traffic all the time, then to hell with it.
yeah, that's painful.
Oh, you're getting torn away. There you go. Got it this way.
So
Yeah,
while Tim's
Laura-
not here,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Whatever.
Well, I watched No Time to Die again. I really like that movie.
Yeah.
There's a old Aston Martin, so he's driving one of the classic ones. I couldn't tell you the year, but like one of the original ones from the early movies.
Yeah.
And he's got miniguns in the front that he uses.
Hmm.
And so he hits the brake and floors it. So he's spinning around in a circle, firing the minigun.
Yeah.
And the shells or casings or whatever they're called are shooting out of the little vent in the side. And you just
Nice.
kind of have to pay attention to even notice it. But I'm like, oh, I like that.
Don't need them popping up on the windshield while you're trying to shoot. You know.
Yeah.
It's called No Time What?
No Time to Die. So
It's the most recent James Bond movie.
Oh, it sounds like, I was going to say it sounds like a
Didn't-
James Bond movie.
Didn't Roger Moore have a car back in one of the '80s movies that had the little miniguns in the headlights or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Goldfinger had like machine guns behind the turn signals. Figured nobody
Yeah,
uses
yeah.
the turn signal, might as well put something there.
Yeah, it was-
The interesting thing with the more modern that would be considered a gadget, I guess. But the more modern Bond movies don't really have gadgets because anything they can think of, you can actually make. Probably.
Pretty much.
I mean, now it's like, well, you couldn't fit all those guns in the car and then have it structurally stable, and you'd have to carry the weight of the ammunition. You have to get real tedious to worry about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I like that movie.
And what year was that? Movie? Is there,
4 or 5
The
years.
most recent one.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't-
Yeah, what
Or-
happened? It was supposed to come out, and then COVID happened.
Hmm. Oh,
So it sat on the shelf for a while. And in the meantime, they edited it, fixed it up a little bit because the test audiences did not like the bald-headed black lady as the new 007.
Right.
They didn't like
they-
her one little bitty bit.
They were gonna. They
Yeah.
had a female for James
Oh
Bond.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
James
No.
Bond 007 because
No.
James Bond retired. He had retired at the beginning of the movie.
So James Bond's in it, and the bald headed
And they
black
so
lady.
they gave his number, the 007 number, to The lady with the.
Well, they had to include the woke crap in it, I guess.
Yeah, but they cut that way back in between when it was first finished and then when they finally released it.
Right. Yeah, she's not in it a whole lot.
Yeah, thank goodness.
They have Anna de Armas in it. She's good. She's cute as hell.
I even didn't mind the theme song, the Billie Eilish.
Yeah, she gets on my nerves, but I like that song.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to. I don't know. I've got to cut down on my banning of my embargoing people, and I figure I can still deal with them and watch their stuff or whatever if they're an asshole. But if they go beyond asshole, then they get embargoed. Otherwise, I can't watch or read anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kind of got bit in the ass for that virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Well,
And then what she said, that having, we took illegal land and stuff like that, and then everybody was like, "Well, your house is on,"
The natives that actually had that area, they're like, "Well, we've got our lawyers reaching out to you."
Speaking of watching things, Starfleet Academy has redeemed itself.
Oh, it has.
It has?
Oh my God, this last episode.
Oh yeah, with what's his name, the criminal that used them to.
Yeah, it was just on the edge of your seat suspense. This last, and it's good they got him out into space finally, instead of all taking place at Starfleet headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what the whole thing was going to be about. Is like week after week at Starfleet at San Francisco.
That's the Next Generation season finales, for the most part, sucked. And they had one at Starfleet headquarters. I'm like, there's 3 people in the headquarters. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's all automated.
Talking about when they had them strange creatures back in there. And and that's when they phasered his head off or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that was the least believable.
Yeah, I know. Like 3 people at Starfleet headquarters, yeah.
It's automation, they don't need anybody else.
Two admirals and a lieutenant commander,
Yeah. 2 admirals, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's just get fucking
Star Trek, 2 admirals.
that way nothing gets done.
That's right.
Company I used to work for had every salesman was a vice president. And so they were renaming the company, and they called it because there was 2 companies side by side, and they renamed it Big Tree to encompass both companies. And I suspected that it was more based on the org chart. Probably shouldn't say that. I still work there. Although I am retiring or getting retired, one or the other this year. So,
yeah. Anyways, we were talking about our weeks and that we did, Darren, and I think you were up, Steve.
And mostly taking the week off of the morning show from my voice, but this morning I went car shopping. Walked out, didn't get a car because I didn't like the deal they gave me, or were trying to give me.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
No, thank you.
They were like trying to double my payments. I came across the Mitsubishi Outlander, which I test drove. It was really nice. 2025. 5 miles on that sucker. Wow. I wouldn't have minded it, but no, I'm not gonna double my car payment. Screw that crap. Can't afford that.
I get it.
But as far as the voice, I think it's better, and I'm gonna try live again tomorrow and see what happens. For the Steve Jarrett morning show, by the way. The password is shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and not a whole else going on. Well, that's the show.
I pretended I was retired on Sunday. It was nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was me too.
I pretend like that every day. Oh, I am retired. But yeah, you darn, every time I see you, you look so much like Riker. It's incredible.
Make it so.
I always liked the way Riker said "Red Alert." He's so serious.
We gotta
Yeah, it's
we
just
gotta say Babble. We should put BabbleGab with Darren Frakes.
Darren Frakes.
just say, I ain't jumping over the chair, man. I'll break my damn neck.
Oh yeah, yeah. He always did straddle the chairs, didn't he? It was funny.
Oh yeah.
He always did that little leap over the edge of the chair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the bridge, or
Did
no, over the side railings that came down in that like half circle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or you go over by Data and prop his foot up on the what you call it?
There was early parkour. Yeah, I think he invented it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna make it to? You want to make it to the MegaCon, or do you know yet?
Me and my son want to go, but we
Mhm.
got some other things that we got to resolve.
I'm gonna be there on March 21st.
This Saturday,
Yeah.
you're gonna
How about
miss
you,
William
Darn?
Shatner.
I'm gonna miss. He's only gonna be there Thursday and Friday. I'll be there Saturday, so I'll miss it. Yeah, Darren be good to go to stand next to Jonathan Frakes and get a picture, like two Rikers.
Yeah, if I dressed up, I think I'd do a Sandman costume from Logan's Run.
That's
I haven't
cool.
seen that show in years. I forgot all about that.
Wasn't
That's
it a
the one-
movie? And then it was a movie, and then they tried to do like a TV show series out of it.
That's
Right.
when you get 30 and you got to die or something. I think.
Yeah. In the book, it was 20, but they couldn't find actors under 20 who could act worth a damn.
I've been
It was
wanting
good.
to read the book.
Yeah, we read it in school. I think in like junior
Wow.
high or middle school, whatever the hell you call it.
Oh, cool.
I hate
Probably
the term
them
middle
cutting.
school because it seems like that's where you go to learn how to be a hobbit, in Middle Earth.
Yeah. It's junior high back in our days.
Oh, yeah.
Or books where you want to kill yourself.
Oh, yeah. They gave us lots of those. The Bell
Back in high
Jar.
school.
And
Back in high school, they wanted us to read The Hobbit, and I never did. I took the F. I don't want to read a book. Who the hell wants to read a- I didn't get interested in reading until I was like out of school and grown up.
I was always into reading.
I wish I would have. I probably missed a lot of good. Maybe that's why Lord of the Rings didn't make any sense to me because I never read The Hobbit.
Holy shit! Carl Urban's going to be there now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Carl Urban.
Well, you think he'll be grumpy to us? Assuming I go.
Their Star Trek cruise for 2027 is taking reservations now, and I could have got in on it last night if I had the money. Because every year I want to go, it's all booked up. But I just don't have $2,000 just for the stupid room.
See, I'm trying not to spend money anymore.
Oh, good luck.
Because he wants to retire.
If
Yeah.
that works, tell me how you do it. I want to.
What's that store I go to? The Aldi. So they have like pouches that have 4 jalapenos in them for 89 cents. And they have bacon for $3.99 a pound. So we need a lot of jalapeno poppers.
That's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what that is behind. Oh, it's a car accident?
that's Signal 30,
It's what?
1959. It's called Signal 30. Signal.
They're
Signal
actually
30. That's,
showing a body in a wreck.
oh, yeah.
Looks like
They
it's
added
dead.
Ron Perlman. They also added Ron Perlman.
Oh.
He's
Is
on my
that a-
nerves.
Is that a dead body or is he alive?
I don't know. You ask him. He's probably dead by now. This is like 66 years ago.
No, I mean dead from the accident.
Either way.
All right, wait a second.
It's the extra
Nice.
bald head.
Wait, move your arm.
He's alive, but he's still paying for the hospital bill.
Yeah, I might have
Yeah.
to get my tickets.
Hi.
Oh yeah. Hi.
Hi.
We got
Okay.
bald-headed
I'll say
Steve and bald-headed little Steve.
hi. Yeah, doesn't he look just like my little version?
Yeah.
I shall call him Mini Me. you keep disappearing. How do I get you from disappearing? There you go. There we go. Well, no. You keep disappearing, Joe.
Is he time traveling?
Yeah, are you time traveling? This kind of reminds me of that episode where Kirk was phasing in and out on the bridge of the ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, is it about bedtime?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you being good? You look intelligent with your tongue sticking out. Oh,
Hey,
Joe.
Mr. T's gonna be there too.
Yay.
Stop, fool.
Painful.
Tell me.
Jaboom.
Jabu?
Speaking
No,
of
hey.
George,
Tell them what
George
you think. Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of George Papard, I watched Damnation Alley yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was okay.
You like
Grandmaster's
Damnation
still
Alley, Joe?
cool.
yeah.
Tell 'em what you think.
They tried to make a sequel to that with Buddy Ebsen called Tarnation Alley.
Oh, he said it right.
Carnation Allen.
Tell them what you think of Star Trek.
I don't watch it.
He calls it Star Crack.
Uh,
All right. Tell everybody good night.
Good night.
good night.
School tomorrow.
School tomorrow.
All right. Goodbye. Night.
Oh, school tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got school.
Go.
I thought that was screw tomorrow.
Screw tomorrow.
Yeah.
Screw
That's how
tomorrow.
you get. That's how you get your older self to hate your younger self.
Yeah. I don't know if that's annoying. He comes in, but he has to say hello and good night to
Oh,
everybody.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. At least he didn't stay the whole show. That's why it'd be annoying. Kind of like me being here the whole show. Oh, wait a minute. No.
So he's got school at age 4?
Hey, he's in pre-kindergarten, yeah. He's a smart kid. He already knows his ABCs. He can count to 100. He can spell his name.
I can do all that.
You can do that? Oh,
Yeah, me too.
that's awesome.
Sometimes
still
I can
learning.
get two. Sometimes I can get 1 + 1 right too. You know.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty
No,
darn
I
good.
did that. I did that too. I went to the preschool before kindergarten. This nice old lady's house. And they taught how to pronounce the TH sound because nobody knows how to do that. And she said, you put your tongue up here and you guys say, so instead of saying free, or you can say 3 as long as you got enough teeth.
Three.
So basically,
does work.
there's a period in your life where you can say 3,
Yeah.
but that period comes and goes.
That guy don't look too happy.
Aren't those books in
Holy
like
sh-
first grade? You know, Dick and Jane. You know the Dick
Yeah.
and Jane books,
These
and then
are,
their dog Spot.
Yeah.
these are real accidents with real bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, driver's ed. Remember we were talking about driver's ed earlier.
Driver.
Probably like blood on the highway. You know.
Yeah, but this was called Signal 30, as I said before.
Damn. It does look kind of like my driver ed teacher there, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't
back
believe
when-
they show this stuff, though. Anyway, go ahead.
A different time frame. They showed all sorts of stuff in those days.
Yeah.
Oh, these days, yeah, they put it on, they blur it out, and
Oh no, they wouldn't even show this.
Now you got to go to Instagram to see this stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's probably just AI generated. So
I guess he's dead.
I've been
Yeah,
seeing
no
these memorial
paramedics
things
back
for.
then.
I've been seeing these memorials for like police officers and military on Facebook or something, and you sit there and look at them and go, "What rank is that?" You know, because AI can't. You know.
Oh, yeah,
generate
yeah.
that.
Right, right.
No, somebody put up, it's just one Facebook page about the 70s and all that. Says, and the title, you already know you're heading downhill was the title. Have you ever heard of a Ford Pinto? And it's yes. And in the picture, they couldn't find a picture of a Ford Pinto, so they had AI make one. It was sort of like a Pinto and a Vega kind of got together, and it's
Wow.
it just did not look right at all.
Mm.
I don't think surviving a crash in these older cars like this will have a better chance because they're more durable, made durable.
I don't
They're made
think
of
they
steel.
are. I think, yeah, they're made of stronger steel, but they don't have any crumple zones, so
Yeah.
you're kind of
Yeah.
screwed.
Oh.
I
Now
think
it's all fiberglass.
maybe in a low speed impact, the old car will survive better, but you're more likely to break the windshield with your head, which I've done.
What was that car that they made fun of? That if you rear-ended it, it exploded, and they had all sorts of like.
Pinto.
Pinto.
Yeah, was that the Pinto? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I mean, like Saturday Night Live made fun of it. A car barely taps the end of a Pinto and blows up.
I should have. I should have bought a DeLorean. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
You still can.
I don't make any DeLoreans anymore.
Yeah, but you
No.
still get the one for the what was it, like 150 they made in like 1988 or 87 or
82.
something?
82.
82.
It was already kind of a weird old car when Back to the Future came out.
Yeah. That's what, today. If they were to reboot Back to the Future, which they better not, they'd probably use the Cybertruck.
I was going to say the Cybertruck's kind of like a DeLorean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
except for it's fast.
Did you know if they rebooted was it Back to the Future now, went back the exact same number of years he went back in the original movie in 1984, he'd go back to 1984?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that what always gets me is Empire Strikes Back. I think was released closer to World War One than to now.
Yes.
Oh, you'd like this, Mark. There's the guy I listen to on the radio. There's an Indian politician who's always saying bad things or dumb things.
Oh, I've seen him. Yeah.
So the guy I listen to, before he plays a clip of whatever that guy, he plays the clip. The evil has returned to Pankot Palace.
Mhm.
And-
Is that the congressman or the new mayor of New York? Which one?
I think it's a congressman.
Yeah. Ray Ra, or whatever his name is. I've
Yeah.
seen some stuff from him.
Yeah.
But no, Great Pumpkin. It's Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown came out in '66, and Snoopy was, flying against the Red Baron. And World War One at that time, it was only 50 years in the past.
Yeah.
So if they were to remake that today, Snoopy would be flying an F-4 in Vietnam.
No. I'm trying to do the math.
Snoopy versus the
Don't.
Red Baron.
It was maybe it was,
50 years ago was 1976.
Now, I know, but I mean,
No, I
when
was-
I originally thought of that, it was about 50 years.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
76, what is going to be like the Mayaguez or some fucking bullshit? Who cares?
Yeah.
Ford and his, I think that was his only war, was like the Mayaguez, some kind of like Navy little rowboat or whatever the hell that somebody tried to hijack or some shit.
Oh, President Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I got all confused. I was thinking
Yeah.
of cars.
Mhm.
Well, Carter.
There's always some kind of war going on somewhere between two entities
Mhm.
somewhere in the world at all times.
Carter
I think
got
we said-
attacked by. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Carter got attacked by Iran and a rabbit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that.
The rabbit, and both of them won. Carter
Yeah.
lost both.
Wow.
Yeah, after
Speaking-
Vietnam, I would say after Vietnam, the next biggest conflict I remember is when Russia invaded Afghanistan in 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, they apparently didn't watch Princess Bride.
Yeah.
The what was it? The greatest fact is never get involved in a land war in Asia.
Yeah.
So speaking of air raid sirens, was at my computer today, and some piece of my freaking computer or something went off like a really loud air raid siren.
Oh my God.
And it was like, I mean, it wasn't like some piece of machinery making noise. It was an actual siren in some kind of one of my devices. And I could not figure out what it was coming from. And that was annoying. So that means I'm gonna have to turn off all my computers at night because I don't want to wake up at 3 in the morning if it does it again.
Probably
What
tell
I
you
hate is
somebody was trying to hack.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
You were in the middle of something.
I was saying it was probably some kind of anti-hacking alarm.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't coming from the speakers because it was muted.
Maybe the fan
Yeah,
is
I mean-
messing up.
Whenever I leave this computer, walk away from it, it blings like it's or it
It
beeps.
misses you.
Yeah. And,
Well, see, my phone is, it's an Apple, so they're always having to think of new stuff to do. So every so often it'll make a completely new noise. It's like, what noise is that for? And you look at it, for, there's a cheeseburger on sale or some shit.
Yes.
But they're always thinking of new noises to make.
Yeah. It's annoying. I'll get notifications. I'm not a phone person. So I'll get notifications on my phone. I'll pick it up. No calls, no messages, nothing in the log. It's like, why are you notifying me if nothing happened? Maybe that's what it was for.
Yeah.
All clear, nothing going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Just to remind you that it's still there from time to time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how I get all my news. It's just the thing will come up on the screen of the phone. It'll say, so and so kicked the bucket, or this kid's about to get run over, or that kind of thing.
A couple of days ago, I was thinking, I'd like to see Robert Duvall in something. And then I got to think, well, he's probably pretty old now. And it turns out he was.
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
95 though. Yeah.
Can't complain about that too much.
Like
I
said,
can't
though,
imagine what
Tony-
that feels like. I'm about to turn 65 next month, and I can't imagine 95. Everything hurts now. What the fuck is it going to be like at that?
At that age, you just don't care anymore.
Well, sure, but you got somebody to wheel you around, but I don't have anybody to wheel me around. They'd have to, like the animal shelters. So some people will go to a shelter and get like the oldest cat or the oldest dog, just so the thing has got, a home life for at least the last little bit of its life. And I wish they'd do that for humans.
Yeah, take you around.
When I was looking at replacement birds after Quake died, I was like, well, I don't want one's gonna live too long. So the ones I got have shelf life of 20 to 25 years instead of 30 because I'm like, I won't be here. So but yeah, well, you can just do layaway on a Tesla bot. It can push you around. Do
There
all
you
the
go.
shit for you.
Or like I said, Tony, if you do the same as Robert Duvall, you can work for TV On for another 30 years.
I could see myself in the control room at 95. I just don't know if Lauren would want to do that shit at 75. No, you're talking about driving stick cars earlier, and she mentioned that her brother tried to teach her how to drive stick in a Viper.
Holy crap!
No, that's not how you do it.
Viper too.
Yeah.
I learned in one of those small Japanese American pickups when Plymouth and some other company they were always going in together on those. So my dad had one, and I learned in that, and I ran over his lawn furniture.
Ah,
I guess that's par for the course.
And he was like, okay, enough.
Then he let me drive his van when I was probably 14. He's like, if you want to go to the store and give me some cigarettes. I'm like, okay. So went
Back
to the
when you could do
store.
that.
Went to the store, got some cigarettes. Coming back, driving too fast, hit a big pothole and messed up the backside of the tire. You couldn't see, but it got developed a bubble on it. And we were
oh
going
yeah.
to take a trip the next day, and so I don't know if it took me. I don't know if I had to think about it very long, but I told my dad that I'd hurt the tire, and he's like, "All right, well, thanks for telling me. I'm not going to get mad at you because you told me." So that worked out.
Yeah,
Then
that's smart to do that, and say that to the kid, so that otherwise, if you do get mad, they're going to be afraid to tell you anything.
Yeah. So I ended up driving from Albuquerque to Denver when I was 14. That was cool.
That's about a bleak ass drive though. Once you get down into Raton.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember specifics.
Yeah, in Hawaii back then, we got our license at age 15, and so that was coming up on 50 years ago now. And because as soon as I got my license, I was the family chauffeur. My parents were only too glad to turn it over to me.
Isn't Hawaii kind of probably where NASCAR got started because it's just big oval roads going around the island. So it's either one long left turn or one long right turn, depending on which direction you're going. Obviously, I haven't been there. That's just how I imagine. Although I also imagine Greece being right south of Spain. I know it is east of Italy, but I still picture it right at the bottom of Spain when I'm not paying close attention.
You know, I catch myself thinking that England and France are like next to each other like this,
Yeah.
Or actually it's like France is like down here and England's up there, and it's.
I was looking at a map at the latitudes, and there's no part of England that is south of any part of America other than Alaska, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
so it's like even with the middle of Canada.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was looking at where my ancestors came from, and I guess my mom was my mom was born in Austria, and that's about the southernmost birthplace of any of my ancestors, and that's pretty much level with the U.S. Canadian border.
Oh yeah. I guess
because I think in Scotland, during the winter, you get like 2 hours of sunshine.
In the northern parts of the Orkney Islands or whatever they are.
Really? So doesn't I thought the Atlantic, the currents go north along America and then south around Europe?
Yeah, because they go with the rotation of the Earth. It's the Coriolis effect. So
yeah, but it seems
generally,
like
northern hemisphere, it's always clockwise, I think. And then southern hemisphere, it's anti-clockwise, as my dad would say.
That's why in the United States, the waters along the East Coast are warmer because the waters come up from the south out of that way. And then along California, they're cooler because the currents come down from...
I found that out. I went swimming in the ocean back when I first year of college, and I was like, what the hell? Because I was used to Hawaii. Water's 80 degrees.
Yeah. When we first got here this time, we went out in the ocean. It was September. And it's like, this is actually warm. I mean, it's not tolerably, but it's actual warm.
Yeah.
It's nice. So I was wondering, because England and all that isn't as cold, but our warm water going up doesn't seem to help the East Coast much. But I guess it's because just the weather moves west to east, so it blows all that.
Yeah, the ocean currents, like I said, they go clockwise. So in England, they're getting the currents down from the Arctic.
Right, but they're not as cold as like Canada would be at the same latitude. They get, it still mitigates the temperature a bit.
Yeah, it's also depends on how far away from the ocean you are. So the coldest parts of like the continental U.S. are, like Minnesota, places like that, International Falls, where you're way far away from the ocean. Because the Great Lakes don't seem to, they don't give you that effect of moderating the temperature the way the oceans do.
I think they just give you extra snow if you're on the east of
lake effect snow or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been.
And then Steve got, Gulf effect snow a couple of weeks ago.
I got flurries.
Aren't we supposed to get like more flurries like next week or some shit?
Oh, I don't know.
I hope not. I'm done with it.
I didn't get rain this week.
Flurries.
We had snow in Los Angeles in 1949. That was the last time.
But you can see it in the mountains from your house, right?
Oh, yeah.
I like telling people that it actually snows in Hawaii, and people are like, no, it doesn't. It's Hawaii. No, they're like the 14,000 foot mountain in Hawaii.
Yeah, 13,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and it snows up on top of it.
Yep, I've been there. I've been in the snow in Hawaii.
Yep.
And don't do that. Don't do that if your head is stuffed up even the slightest amount. Coming down that mountain, halfway down, I was stone deaf. The ears would not pop.
Ugh.
And some people get sick from the altitude. They can't handle the thin air up there. Because, in a plane, if you're flying a plane, if you go above 10,000, you're supposed to be on oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And Mauna Kea is 13,000 feet.
Right.
Yeah, when I was in the Army, I know we went up to 11,000 feet in a Huey one time, and that was like the highest level we could go without actually having to wear oxygen full time.
Was there fair play like 9,000, something like that?
No, fair play was 10,000. It was above 10,000 feet, but Alma was just a little bit higher than us.
Good Lord.
There was only two incorporated towns higher than Fairplay, and that was Alma and Leadville.
I don't understand Leadville. I have never went camping outside of it. Never seen so many mosquitoes.
Yeah,
so it's like that. It's like this. What do they eat when we're not there?
There's lots of animals. There's lots of mosquitoes in Fairplay too. They'd tear you up in the summertime.
Yeah. Gators eat them down here, don't they?
Or the mosquitoes eat the gators. One of the two. I'm not quite sure yet.
Right.
But the thing is, though, I have not. I mean, I've seen a few mosquitoes down here in Florida, but nothing like Colorado.
I didn't see many last year. Knock on wood, I don't know that I've seen a housefly since I got here, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen a fly either. Now that you think of it, now that you say it. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, it's different down here.
Yeah.
But of course, I lived in Greeley for a little while. That was, cow shit capital of the world. So flies were everywhere.
Right. Yeah, in the Denver area, if you smell cow shit, that means
the wind's coming from the north.
Yep. And it means it's going to storm or something. So how was your week, Mark, Dave?
Well, I worked Saturday, had Sunday off, and so we didn't do much for Valentine's Day. Not that we do after this long anyways. This time next week, though, I'll be in Arizona, and I'll be in Arizona through the following Tuesday. So,
wow,
get in there, go watch my spring training again.
Oh, Arizona.
So you're over, not contiguous, but you're over 40 years now, aren't you?
What's that?
You and Jackie?
We just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary in January.
Oh, congratulations!
But we dated through high school, so.
Yeah.
Wow. You see, it's your high school sweetheart, huh?
Yep.
Oh, well, I did that. And we ended up in divorce 2 years later.
Yeah, me and Jackie have talked about that if we would have got married out of high school, it probably wouldn't have worked out, and we would have hated each other's guts.
Yeah. Well,
we both we
Right.
both went our own way for about 9 years and
Oh,
got back
okay.
together, and it's worked ever since. So
Yeah. That's okay. My first wife ended up liking women anyway.
I like
you know,
women.
it's a sad state of affairs there, Steve, when you can, when a woman distaste you so much that you actually turn her to the other side.
Yeah, turned her to the dark side. And then, well, I won't go into what happened to the second marriage.
So
That's just,
I'm hoping so maybe next week I'll be in Arizona, and I've gotten on the show before from Arizona, I think, and stayed on for a little while. So
Arizona.
You go in
That's
there
a
for
song
the
about
tea.
iced tea, right?
Yep. They used to, when they first came out, they had a ginseng black tea. It was
I
really
remember
good.
that.
I liked it. That went away.
What was
Yeah,
that?
that was the sound of the ginseng tea going away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
But,
So I'll be fairly close to Tony, but not that close. So
mm.
Yeah.
I think I'm 6 hours away from LA and Phoenix, or 7 hours.
There was that crater out there. Is that Arizona?
Yeah, the meteor crater there,
Yeah.
Oh, where's
out,
that
out,
at?
outside Winslow, Arizona, and
Oh, where you're
outside
standing in the
Holbrook.
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
outside Holbrook.
Is that
When we
what
went-
off? What off? What interstate is that off of? Is that 40?
I-40. Yeah.
Really? And I drove a truck over the road for 20 some odd years, and I missed a lot of sights.
Well, we went
Oh,
there
right.
when we got Mark Whitaker's paycheck when we drove to California, and the guy we went with, Jack, ran out and ran into the crater to look around, and didn't realize that you had to pay. We
Oh.
barely had enough to get gas to get there, but we had to pay to get him out.
Well,
So I didn't get to see the crater myself.
you got to pay to go see the crater.
Yes.
No, you
The
got to pay to
crater
get
is-
back out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pay to
You can go in for
That's
free,
kind-
but get out. You got to pay.
it's kind of like marriage.
I guess.
I'm not saying
I mean,
'cause
you would think.
that's
I
a
mean, you would-
natural thing. I don't know.
Yes, but it's privately owned.
Well, I guess if it's private land, I guess it'd be different.
Yeah. The meteor crater, believe it or not, is privately owned. It is not a national monument. It's not anything. It's not controlled by the feds at all. It's
When did the
privately
meteor
owned.
crash there?
What did they say, about 10,000 years ago?
Oh, that
I think it
long.
was,
I don't-
yeah, back around 68 or something like that.
Anybody
Yeah.
ever heard of Mel's Hole?
Yes, absolutely. Me and Putt studied Mel's Hole.
That's interesting.
That came out wrong.
Yeah.
I believed it. I'm like, that's something Putt would do.
Yeah, it's just then I think Art Bell played. Didn't he
Yep.
play a recording of Hell on his
Yeah.
show?
Yeah, that somebody stuck a microphone down in a hole in Russia or somewhere, and
No, that wasn't Mel's Hole that they stuck the.
no, this was another hole in like Russia or something. And I all you could hear was like screams and stuff, and it was
That had to be.
Russia,
That
Russia
had to be
drilled
it.
the czar hole. I don't know if that's what they called it, but whenever they do something bigger and better, they call it czar. But
yes.
they did a whole borehole down as far as they could go, and I think they did the deepest hole that's ever been drilled.
I think it's 11 miles or something.
Yeah,
I think
It's deep.
there's a hole in Ass, Pennsylvania. I think.
Probably.
Well, no, there's I don't know if there's a
Tony
hole,
got
but- all right,
I thought that was pretty good.
that was good. That was better. It took me. I'm starting to talk about something else. I'm like, wait a minute.
That almost deserves a.
Yeah, there you go.
Rim shot.
Yeah. Ooh, you said rim.
Yeah, I never say rim shot because I know I'll get it wrong.
But
Yeah.
in my early days of being a police officer, I was on graveyard shifts. So Art Bell was my companion for many years.
yeah.
Mhm.
When I found out they rebroadcast his old episodes, I thought that was pretty sweet. I would listen to them occasionally.
Yeah.
Well, once Art Bell turned it over to Nori or whatever his name was, I quit listening to it.
Yeah, he just didn't have what Art Bell had.
Yeah, Art Bell didn't have that same.
Yeah. Art Bell just seemed like he commanded the presence of the supernatural, you know?
Yeah.
Just a
Crop circles.
crop. Do you say croft circles?
Crop circles. Yeah.
Croft circles. Yeah, but you know, he was just once you tuned in, you like didn't want it to end because it was so
And then-
captivating.
And it's something with Art Bell too that I learned. Art Bell was not really sponsored by anybody. He started off that show by himself in like his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
then
always did it
and
from
then-
his house.
Yeah, and he always did it from his house. And
Mhm.
but stations just picked him up. But he was not
Okay.
really like sponsored by like ABC or PBS or whatever. He was privately funded.
Well, he
yeah, I know
eventually was running commercials for like Chinese radios and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, because I
the
knew
wind up
he-
radios. Yes,
Yeah.
Bose radio. I think Bose.
No, it was what the hell? It was some kind of weird Chinese thing, but it was it had a crank generator on it, so you could literally, as Dr. Demento used to say, wind up your radio.
yes.
Oh yeah,
I've got one of those. You can get
Yeah.
You can get them at Walmart.
A
Little
wind-up
emergency, little emergency radio with a
That
flashlight
has a
on
little,
it,
yeah.
little crank on it.
Yeah, but if the whole town is without power, what makes it the radio station might be without power?
Oh, they got their own.
Then you got
But
the
in the old
flashlight.
days when radio was like the link people had, they had generators and backups and all that shit.
Wouldn't it be cool if Q-Star FM could do, emergency broadcasting?
Well, that was the thing, because, back in the day, that was what you had. If you watch the movie American Graffiti, everybody was listening to the one station. And that's what tied all the different stories together in the movie. Because that's the way it was. There was one station, and you listened to that station.
And then you die 2 years after the movie.
Yeah.
Like all the characters did.
I had considered turning Q-Star FM to a community radio, shortwave. Was it shortwave? Shortwave radio? Where like it just broadcasts for a few blocks, but who the hell wants to do that shit,
Yeah.
See, I thought the airways were regulated by the feds or whoever.
FCC, 1934.
Yeah.
That's what I like about internet radio. We don't have to, we can say all kinds of dirty words if we want.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I want, Steve, not to have a community radio station, but I always thought that if putting on car shows and stuff, because you can get like an AM or even an FM transmitter unlicensed, if it's below a certain watt, if it's below 1 watt or something. So it's got enough range for, like at a car show, you'd have like a DJ playing music and making announcements, and everybody would just tune in on the car radios.
Oh, that's
They did.
kinda cool.
They did that a little bit later at drive-ins sometimes too, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a drive-in here. I think they finally quit showing movies, but they don't have the speakers anymore. You just have to use your car radio.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
what they did.
trying-
That's what they did at the 70 East Drive-In there on East Colfax. I was still in high school when they switched over to that radio station.
Yeah, I remember doing that back when. Yeah.
Then they drive around with a tow truck and charge people $20 to jumpstart your car when the movie's over.
Yeah.
Now, what was really funny about that is I had a friend. I don't know if you remember Chuck, Darren, but he actually moved
Right.
into the apartments behind the drive-in on like the 3rd floor. So I'd go over there every now and then when there was a movie, and we just sit in his, because he was close enough where he could still pick up the FM channel. So we would just sit there and watch the movie out his apartment window and listen to it, on the radios.
Oh,
That's cool.
at the drive-in theater, you
Yeah.
that close? That's funny. And I was trying to. Anybody? Y'all saw Twister, right? I wanted to see the Twisters, the sequel, but I heard it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I just didn't think of that because I was looking for it today somewhere.
I thought it
See,
was
they
good,
screwed up
but
because they should have gotten Chubby Checker to do like a cameo.
No, it would have been good if they got Helen Hunt to be in there. But
the girl in Twisters was really cute.
was it?
Yeah,
So,
Helen Hunt.
so keep that in.
Oh.
No, in the second one.
Twisters, yeah.
So keep that in mind.
So y'all saw Twisters?
I did, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked it.
Darren watches movies though. That's what I'm surprised Darren doesn't have like a movie review YouTube or Instagram where he, you know.
Yeah.
You know what gets
Because
me
Lord knows there's not enough of those.
Yeah.
I go through, I'm looking for YouTube's Got Talent a lot, and all I see a lot of these, like, the reaction to such and such song. I'm like, who cares? This would be my reaction. I'd sit there, listen, and I just go, like that. Or
The only movie critic I ever liked was Reggie McDaniels. He was on the radio. in
Oh yes,
Colorado.
he was good. Yes,
He was a big, rotund black gentleman, and his was everyday people. So he would talk about movies on was it fun to watch. He
yes.
wasn't, so he didn't worry about, so you could actually get good advice from him. And some woman called him and said, I'm thinking of taking my grandson to see The Mummy. This is like 2000. And is it okay for a child to watch? He said, well, there's people getting their faces burned off by acid, and people getting eaten by bugs until they're skeletons, but there ain't no boobies, so you can take your grandson.
I like Reggie McDaniel.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Well, he was just a Denver local.
Is that okay?
He used to call into a talk show and talk about movies, and so they eventually gave him his own show.
Yeah.
But
the rules for boobies are weird because from age 0 to 1, it's okay to see boobies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after that, after 1 until like 17, you're not supposed to see boobies. Except in Germany or France where they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, everywhere else in the world, they don't give a damn, Tony.
Yeah.
I think we're doing it right. I like our way better.
I heard once that some lady who was breastfeeding her 5-year-old. So
I've heard of them up to like 10 or 12. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, seriously.
Yeah, I have a friend from Australia, and he's like, it's just, America's terrible. The rest of the world, boobs and whatever aren't a big deal. And
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, but.
Well, not that they don't appreciate it, but they don't freak out if they're shown.
Yeah, but, yeah, I can see that. But it's like, I'd rather them be a big deal. I like them.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't want to see all of them all the time and take the fun out of it.
Would anybody freak out if you're in public, like at a restaurant, and you saw some lady breastfeeding? Would anybody freak out?
They're usually pretty discreet about it. They're usually, I've seen it. They're usually pretty discreet about it.
Yeah, they usually have the breast covered up and the baby there. But you don't see the boob.
Yeah, blanket over it or whatever.
Yeah.
It gives you that slight feeling of discomfort if they're like real close to you. It's like,
but you've seen one boob, you've seen them all.
Yeah, you have, but
Speaking of boob, where's Timmy at? Oh, sorry.
Look at my up here.
Yeah, there he is. No Timmy. That's funny.
Let's talk about boobs some more.
Yeah,
boobs. That's a bouncy topic.
So anyway, my movie reviews would be a movie gets 3.5 stars if it has an attractive woman in it. That's the floor. It's got to be 3.5 or higher.
Does it get extra for boobs?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like a bonus, but they don't have to be naked.
I've noticed that now a lot of movies are now getting more risque about sex scenes.
Right. What was I watching? Just some show. Oh, The Witcher. I was watching the last season of The Witcher, and they had a scene. I'm like, all right, this is like 95% porn. I mean, slightly different camera angle. We got hardcore porn here.
That's the same with the Game of Thrones too. And
I never saw that.
But. Yeah. Oh, why are we even talking to you? So I can. So that comes on. I'm like, all right, hurry up, get back to the story. But if there's characters that are kissing on screen, I don't know what it is. I'm like, skip.
Yeah,
but I just not like watching kissing.
But the actors used to have some kind of clothing on. Even if they did camera angles where it looked like they were nude. The actors were still. Now I think both actors are totally butt naked.
Does an IUD count as clothing?
Huh?
It's my
Well,
IED.
it's just like what you're saying, Steve. This last episode of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. You had
that's
some
right.
you had some nudity.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they showed boobs,
They were
but
pretty damn close. If they didn't,
they're getting close. They did. That's right. What's his face and what's her face had.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
who said that? Gonna have relations.
All I know is if a movie's going to have nudity in it, it better be a woman.
Well,
You don't want to see Mel Gibson's butt from Lethal Weapon,
now you're
Yeah.
talking. That's not fair to the girls or the gays.
Who cares?
Maybe why I'm all for more boobs and all that, but the ladies that are watching, don't they want to see something? Don't they
No.
want to get something? Out
I
of it?
think they want to see women too.
Yeah.
Really.
Everybody but the gay guys. I don't think they do, but
Well,
yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
when I'm watching a show, all I want to see is a guy in glasses. Is all I want to see. That's my turn on.
I don't even care anymore. I'm like Darren. I just skip through it. It's like get back to the story.
Come to think of it as that way. When I watch General Hospital still, when all the smooching goes on, it's like, oh, fast forward this shit. I don't want to see them. This is a fucking soap opera. Anyway, how's your week?
I think we got Tony's the only one we haven't heard from.
Every week is exactly the same.
5 days a week he goes to work for TV on.
Yep.
Stares at Lauren.
People at work ask me when we get on a call, how you doing? And I say each day is better than the next.
Yeah.
And it's been years and they still haven't figured it out. I think I've even explained it to them and they still didn't figure it out.
That's un-American.
Each
Yeah.
day's better than the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's better than tomorrow.
Yep.
Remember the
Like,
days when
Go ahead.
after I got out of the army and you and Putt, were you back yet? Well, we'd go to East Cafe over there and go have lunch and get the poo-poo platter,
No, I didn't get back till 99, very end of 98.
That's right, but you moved up to, eventually you moved up to Bailey.
No, I was back for 89. So 88, I was down here, and then 90 through 98. And then in Bailey was after that.
You moved back where? You moved back to Colorado in 90, 89?
I moved back here for a year, got married, moved back to Florida.
I was going to say, because me, Jackie, and the kids came and saw you in Florida.
Yeah.
In that trailer you had with the entertainment center in there that weighed more than the trailer did.
Yeah, that was in case of tornado, take out the TV and climb in there. I built the kids' bunk beds like that too.
Right back. I got to take care of a 4-year-old real quick.
All right.
Okay.
And we played the double boarded Risk.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
That was fun.
And then we watched Trimmers like 15 times.
Sweet. Yeah, I remember that visit. I remember going to the beach.
Yeah, your mom went with us.
It wasn't just the one, was it?
What?
One time you visited?
No, I think we visited twice. I know the one time for sure. We were there for like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, then we did come down another time, and you were actually in a house.
Oh, yeah. I stayed at my mom's. So the first year we were there, I rented a house, and then about mid 90s, my mom came out here for a while, so we stayed in her house. I don't know. Tim lived with her there, but for some reason we kicked Tim out, and he had to go live in my trailer. And then me and the family lived in the house.
You're gonna understand why Timmy is the way he is, Tony, without him being here.
Yeah.
Some of the things we used to do to Timmy was,
We were pretty nice to him growing up. There was assholish moments, but all in all, even when we were pretty young, I wasn't a terrible brother.
and you talk to Timmy more.
Yeah.
You two need to go to therapy together or something.
Yeah.
He was listening to Timmy. It was his absolute worst childhood, of any child ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that was because of me. Could have been.
Well, he really just blames the state of Colorado.
Right.
If he had his way, they would just take a giant, skill saw and just cut the entire state of Colorado out of the continent, just pick it up and take it away.
Yeah, I would agree with that at this point.
Yeah. Colorado's now more California than California is. So
Yeah.
I've heard all the tech billionaires, they're doing California where they're going to start taxing net worth. And so all the billionaires are bailing before the time frame or whatever, before their time is up. And apparently they're coming here. That's the last thing
good.
they can need.
a lot of the tech companies are going to Arizona though because of the low moisture content or whatever, and they're building a lot of fabrication.
Yeah, but the problem with
desert.
low humidity
Mhm.
comes static electricity.
Yes.
And so you're like Frankenstein walking.
Well, you got that Taiwanese company building that complex outside of Phoenix, and it's like a $12 billion complex. I mean, it's some kind of microchip assembly, manufacturing, fabrication company
Building it where?
just outside of in North Phoenix, just outside of Phoenix.
Oh, that's good. It'd be nice to have some built here. Although Elon's talking about building AI servers and power generation in orbit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
He's continuing on with Tesla's plan.
Yeah.
I am excited about the robots.
Yeah, there you go.
If that pans out, a $20,000 robot that can help an old person stay in their home 15 years longer instead of going into a nursing home.
Cook your eggs in the morning.
Yeah, I don't like eggs. I was thinking about that today.
I used to eat eggs a lot. I'm with you. I'm just not a big egg eater anymore. There's just something about eggs that just.
You can get tired of them. So if it comes down to it, I can eat an egg, and it's not like I'm going to gag or anything. It's fine. But I've had so many. I'll eat them if I don't mind them being inside recipes or whatever. But
As my father-in-law told me one time, and I've never forgotten this quote, he goes, "You can only fix eggs so many ways."
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Unless you can create a new way to make an egg, and even that'll get old after a little while.
Yep. It kind of sucks if you're doing low carb because they're
They're about the best thing for it.
Yeah. I've had a couple rough days, but I've been doing my diet for a couple weeks now, and I've managed to stick with it.
I've got like 2 months worth of Nutrisystem stocked up in the freezer out here because I'm going to Arizona this time next week, and there ain't no freaking way I'm staying on a Nutrisystem diet in Arizona.
Yeah, I always figure vacations are the rules are suspended temporarily.
Yeah.
Tim couldn't believe it when we first moved out here. It's like every meal I was going out to Whataburger or something like that. But I think it's been a month since I've gone to any kind of restaurant.
I don't like going to restaurants anymore just because they almost like demand tips now. And it's like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, I don't like tipping. So generally, historically in my life, I've avoided sit-down places. So, I mean, if I'm there, if I do tip, I tip well. But I try to avoid it in the first place, the situations. But now they want tips everywhere.
Well, yeah, if I got to carry the food to the table, who am I going to tip?
Right.
Well, they'll ask for it at the little counter when you.
I know.
I think I showed you guys a picture one time of there was a fuel pump that was self-pump, and they still asked for like, would you like to tip the what?
Really?
Yeah.
So I was trying. I was wanting to do top tier gas because I read up on it and decided, well, I think it's probably a thing. I think the gas and the additives might be better. So I was going to do that in all my cars, but the only one that sells it is a mobile station right across the street from me. But the first time I went to that mobile station, they shut down the whole station halfway through filling up my tank. And then the second time, I don't know if it was the second, maybe the third, I went there with Tot, and like she put 2 gallons in and they ran out of gas.
For God's sake.
I'm like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to go to racetrack. I had to go to a racetrack right before the show because I was out of my nicotine pouches. And I usually walk there. It's like 7 houses away. That's the closest I've ever lived to a gas station. It's nice. But I drove there, and I didn't realize it. This is the first time I've ever driven my car at night. And all of the controls and the window switches, everything has kind of like a soft red light glow to it behind it. It's neat.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go get a refill and stuff. So just.
Oh my God.
So we'll talk about it.
A few minutes.
Tell you what what I'd really like to know is when you've got gas stations that are like catty corner from each other in the same intersection, and one charges like 20 cents a gallon more than the other, how do they both stay in business?
Yeah. Well, if the 20 cent more expensive one sells better gas, then and they keep their pumps
They'll
full.
get it at the same place. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the additives. But yeah, it's weird. This is also the first place I've lived where the prices fluctuate so wildly. It's like 20 cents a day, up or down.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you get in the habit of waiting until it's low and then getting gas. Although I drive so little, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's true.
If I fill up 4 times a year, it doesn't matter if it costs me $2 more to get it on the wrong day.
Because I used to have a diesel Mercedes, and diesel prices are even stranger because, one month they'll be like more than premium, and then the next month is like less than regular. It's like they don't. Diesel prices and gasoline prices don't track each other at all.
That's my fault. My whole life, diesel was 10, 20 cents cheaper than gasoline until I bought a diesel truck. And that's when they started becoming more expensive than gas. I think I still did.
The story I heard was that I think it was the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, Beiping. That city's had more names than Zsa Zsa Gabor, but that the Chinese bought all the diesel they could get their hands on for the Olympics, and that's when the diesel prices went up through the roof.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they never came back down.
Apparently, I don't know. Could have another Mercedes in like 10 years.
Yeah, I like those.
There we go.
Yeah, one of my ideas was an older Mercedes because 80s and 90s ones have a really good reputation.
They do, especially, the specific one you want is the 5-cylinder turbo diesel. And that's, I think 84 is the last year for that. Because they are just basically a tank engine. They'll run forever. Mine had 320,000 miles on the car, and the odometer was broken. And the odometer had been broken for like 7 or 8 years when I had the car. Oh, cool. So who knows? How are you doing, Steve?
I'm going to share this on Facebook.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not even going to make a comment. I'm just going to save it.
Oh my God, that was like a 50s fax machine there. Clink.
There we go. Now we're all good. Now we're all good.
Yay.
So.
So I was just thinking about stuff going backwards. There used to be a Concorde, but there isn't anymore. Is there other? I know there's other stuff, free air at gas stations, but technology wise, is there stuff that we used to have better?
That's a good question.
I mean, because I'm always given to nostalgia, so I always kind of have to like catch myself. No, it wasn't really better when you had to warm when the car with a carburetor and it was really cold and it was hard to start and all that shit. And
Right.
but and you were talking about car accidents earlier. No, the cars weren't safe at all. They were big and had a lot of steel, but there was no protection for the driver. So
Right.
a lot of times, the guy would die and the car would still be drivable.
Yeah.
That's weird.
They had levers and buttons and knobs, which was good.
Yeah.
Levers and buttons and knobs.
Oh my.
Anyway, yeah, instead of touch screens and stuff.
Well, the touchscreen, I think it's a fad that is going to die out.
I sure
Literally
hope so.
nobody likes it.
Really? Think so?
On
Yeah,
cars. On cars.
Oh yeah. I got that in my car where you touch the screen. It's annoying.
Especially when you get the like French fry grease all over the damn thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And, I do like my car feature. I hit a button on the steering wheel, and it'll say, "Please say a command." I'll say like, "Call Vicky," and I don't have to dial it.
Oh, and it actually understands you?
Well, sometimes I'll say, "Call Vicky." Did you mean call Becky? Did you mean call Chris? I'm like, I said what? Chris doesn't even sound like Becky or Vicky, you dumbass. I'm sorry, I didn't understand your command.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's, you're driving along and somebody cuts you off and you yell, "Rah!" and the car says, I don't want it like complying with my commands at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to talk to my car.
Well,
What
I
do you
always
think,
talk
Rick?
to cars. It's just they don't friggin' talk.
Right.
What do you think
Yeah.
about where I put my comm badge?
Ah, there you go. Right in your skull.
Yeah, this is the cheap plastic one that came with the uniform. I actually have the brass one for the uniform. So, well, why let this cheap plastic one go to waste? I'll put it on my hand. If it falls off, ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
So, anyway, go ahead. Do you get the feeling that I kind of like Star Trek? Do you ever get that feeling?
Yeah.
A little bit. Are there any good strategic or games for Star Trek?
Yeah, actually, the one just came out. It was has to do with Voyager, and it looks interesting. I need to get into it or look at it more.
Because I like strategy games.
Yeah, I think the new Voyager game might be one of those. I had years ago when Nintendo was the big thing. There's actually a Star Trek Nintendo game. It was really challenging. You had to follow clues and pick up on things, and it was really interesting.
Cool.
When Nintendo would work half the time, it is. I was part of Nintendo. You had to take the cartridge out and blow on it.
Oh, yeah. Then you get spit on it, then it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it was.
There was a PC game for Tom Clancy submarine stuff. I think it was Red Storm Rising. I'm not sure.
Ah.
I don't think it was Hunt for Red October, but it was back in the mid 90s. And your screen was like dots, and you had sonar, and you could do depth charges, torpedoes, whatever. But you had a big paper thing that unfolded, and you had to put it over your keyboard with what all the commands were. That was pretty fun. Hunting Russian alphas.
Yeah, there you go.
I never saw Hunt for Red October. It looked like it was pretty good.
It was. It's one of those movies that if I walk by the TV and it's on, I just sit down and watch the rest of it. Even if I do the same thing. Yeah, it's really good.
Because I think it's on Netflix or one of those streaming things. or Hulu, I think. I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
That's got Sean Connery, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's John McTiernan, I believe. It was like his next, or it might have been his movie he did after Die Hard. It's not actiony like Die Hard is, but it was really good.
I only saw the first Die Hard.
Ah, and you're good.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But Hunt for Red October, I always love the way that thing opens up, because it's Connery and his buddy, and you think they're just sort of at a dock, just looking out on the ocean, and they're talking to each other, and they're just kind of leaning against this. It just looks like a railing. It's the original, the very first scene, and then as they're talking, the shot opens up, and they're on the conning tower of the sub as the music comes up. I always thought that was a really cool way to have the movie open.
Right. Yeah. And the music's really cool. And
oh yeah, that's Basil Polidorus.
Oh, really? Cool.
And the the little mini sub they used to get into the Hunt for Red October, that was the Lockheed DSRV, Deep Submergence Rescue Vessel. My dad, when he was an engineer at Lockheed Missiles and Space back in the 60s, he helped design that.
Oh, cool.
So when I first saw that, it's like, oh my God, because I'd never really heard about it since. My dad talked about it when they were working on it, and then he didn't hear it, because I don't think it ever actually got used for that purpose. It was designed to go to really deep depths, and it had the little bell that went over the hatch of the sub, and they were supposedly to rescue people out of the sub. But it never actually got used like that.
Right.
It was really cool seeing it in the movie.
Yeah, I think either the sub accidents, they either make it to the surface or there's nobody to rescue.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about that Star Trek episode when Mark Leonard first played a Romulan commander instead of Sarek. It was written and recorded more like a submarine battle.
Oh yeah.
No, that's cool.
And poor old Spock, when he comes on the view screen, it's like, shit, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is freaking out because the Romulans look just like Vulcans. But I mean, for Spock, it didn't just look like Vulcans, it looked like his dad.
What gets me is they all acted surprised that they looked like Vulcans when it was later developed in Vulcan lore that the Romulans broke off from the Vulcans.
Yeah, but they didn't really know for sure, because the treaty that had created the neutral zone was all done over just voice radio. So they never actually saw each other.
Oh, well.
And there's a difference between knowing about something and actually seeing it.
Yeah.
It's like boobs.
Yeah.
Always comes back to boobs.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Speaking of boobs.
I'd like to know what all those dials and stuff are. It doesn't matter, but whenever I'm doing like 3D model and I want to make a sci-fi ship or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can make 4 controls and know what they do, but it's like, how do you have hundreds of controls and dials? What do they do? Then I got to thinking, well, for like now on, you could have all the stations in a spaceship or whatever would just have screens and keyboards and whatever. And you could pretty much do any station from any place if you wanted.
Yeah, I figured that's probably what Star Trek was like too. I mean, you had the thing that Spock looked into, and you had the little flip up doohickey for Sulu, but everything else was probably just generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing back then.
I think they did.
Well,
I love the Enterprise had all like transistors and wires and shit, like a 1960s clock radio. You know, whenever Scotty had to like tear apart the control panels and stuff, it was all, you know, all like a Radio Shack exploded. You know, just little diodes and resistors and shit all over.
Yeah.
But and I figured what they found out faster than light travel that solid state electronics wouldn't work, and they had to go back to that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting what we learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm reading a sci-fi book, and I think they have faster than light travel, but the main way they go between worlds is trains. So that's kind
There
of cool.
you go.
But they have wormholes set up, so the train will just zoom into a wormhole and out on the other planet.
Oh, there you go.
It's kind of neat. No dress for Jeremy. Oh, Timmy.
I was trying to find a funny no Timmy sign. That's all I can find. No dress for Timmy. That's funny. Leave it there until Godstruck gets back. Move over one way or the other. Here you go. What can you do?
I think I ate too many jalapenos.
You mean you had
Isn't that-
one?
I had 4.
Oh,
You did this part, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. What do you think, Godstruck?
No dresses for Timmy. I like it.
I was trying to find the picture you got to match that, but this is all I can find.
I need to go
Which
in.
means this is probably a woke book. This is a book cover. I don't know what it is. That's the name of the book.
I'm gonna go and see if I
Right.
can edit this so you can actually see the no Timmy.
yeah. Yeah, you just got to have white space to the side of it. Oh,
Yeah. What?
The problem with the woke trans
I'm
stuff
still here.
okay.
is
I'm just
is
playing
that they
around.
expect us to pretend like it's not funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you used to have to pay a nickel to see a woman with a beard or
Yeah.
a man with boobs, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. My camera got moved. There we go.
Oh, there you are.
That's funny. No matter where I put my camera,
No.
it's still going to show the bridge. There we go. I'm done experimenting now.
There you are.
Yeah, but did I tell you I could have got in on the Star Trek cruise? Did I tell you that yet?
Yeah, you
you
mentioned
wanna
that, but
pay-
you've-
Okay, I can't remember.
Apparently, you didn't want to pay $2,000 for the room. So
Yeah,
I thought Star Trek was beyond money.
yeah, that's what I
They're
should say.
hypocrites.
Yeah, I should call them that. Say I want to reserve a room, but in the 23rd century, they don't use money anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's always
so
been a
what do people
contract.
do? Is that that's why everybody works for Starfleet, because there's nothing else to do. There's no jobs. You just sit home and look at stuff, and just the food just shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of the replicator, I dug out my 3D printer,
Oh,
trying to get it working again.
It won't
Are you gonna
make
try to
tea
get that?
though.
Huh?
It won't make tea. It won't make tea for you though.
No, but it'll make D&D miniatures.
Ah,
you know what I find interesting is Jeff Dunham. He made all his dummies out of on a 3D printer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
well, not
it's-
originally. They haven't been around long enough. But he's been at it for like 20, 30 years, hasn't he?
Well, I don't know how he made them before, but I know now he does them with 3D printer.
Because back in the old days, at Edgar Bergen, they had like guys had to make them out of wood.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that get haunted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are scary. But I was thinking, remember a while back I was talking about doing a Star Trek fan fiction, and we had, I don't think Darren was around then. I was going to do a fan fiction using a set they have up in Georgia, exact duplicate of the original series, the whole set, even engineering, sick bay, corridors, everything. And you could rent it out for $400 a day to make fan films. And yeah, who's got $400 a day? But I thought I want to do a fan film where it's a comedy, kind of like along the lines of Naked Gun.
Mm.
And I was thinking of some today, and one of them is the two characters are walking from the bridge to engineering, but instead of going to the turbo lift, they walk off set around around behind the sets and then onto the engineering set, without even noticing. Kind of dumb. You know what I mean? They did that in Police Squad, where Drebin would walk. Instead of going through the door, he'd walk around the front of the set.
Yeah. Where everybody'd freeze except the guy they caught, and that guy would just kind of be looking around. And
That's fine. It's freezing at the end. Oh my God. They'll freeze. And the guy's still pouring coffee when it freezes, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Or that real tall guy, you got something on your teeth. He brings it down, it's a whole banana or something.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't they do shit like that anymore? That's just funny, stupid. I dig that stuff.
Well, that show, like I always say, it didn't do well because for that show you had to pay close attention to the screen to get all the jokes.
Oh yeah,
and people just don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's why they thought Star Trek, the first one, was too cerebral, because make people think. Don't want to make your viewer think, do you?
No, you don't.
But
so every time somebody says Star Trek fan fiction, my brain automatically inserts erotic before it.
Oh, of course.
It looks like you're kissing that boy got stuck.
Yeah. And speaking of erotic fan fiction,
didn't it look like that? Oh
no, because the original series, the first episode they showed was the one with the salt, thing, the salt vampire thing, and that was like the third or fourth episode that they filmed. But they figured they wanted to start with that one because it was just a straight up space monster episode.
That thing with the big sucker mouth that had the teeth around it.
Yeah.
The one that was masquerading as Dr. McCoy's old girlfriend or wife.
Right.
Wasn't that the salt creature or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called something or other.
Yeah.
It was called something or other. Good episode name. I like it.
Yeah. Because they did the second pilot, which was Where No Man Has Gone Before with Lockwood, and they figured that they didn't want to start with that one because it was very, like you say, it was very cerebral, because you had to think about the guy gaining more and more power, and because if you have a lot of power, then it automatically turns you bad. Just ask any script writer.
Yeah.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. But it also rocks absolutely.
It does. Well, I think it depends on what you got inside too. If you're a good person, you're not going to suddenly turn bad.
Look at the Incredible Hulk. The TV series. They made a line in there once where David Banner said, "The creature won't kill because I won't kill."
Yeah.
And so that does depend on what do you have inside you.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
The man trap.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah, because that's the first one they showed, because they figured, okay, this is a straight up space monster episode, and that's what we'll start with, even though it was actually the third or fourth episode film.
Mm-hmm.
And a Yeoman Rand, or as one podcaster I heard said, "Ye-O Man." It's like, okay, Ye-O Man. But Yeoman Rand was only in about 4 episodes. 4 or
Yeah,
5.
I think there was
And only in like the first season.
there was
Yeah.
only some sexual misconduct going on in there somewhere, and instead of someone getting in trouble, they fired her for it because back
Yeah.
then, I guess, you know.
Well, they kind
I
of blamed her
forget
because she liked to drink a little bit too, but that I don't think it was as
I think
bad
it was,
as.
maybe it was the drinking too. Maybe I guess. I don't know.
But the thing is,
got
she was very
pretty hot.
memorable, even though she only did a few episodes in the first season, and they did bring her back for the movies.
Yeah, she was in
Did the-
several. I don't know. She even made an appearance in Voyager when they recreated the Excelsior.
Oh my goodness,
Oh, what was her name?
Dr. Crusher.
Grace Lee Whitney.
That's it. Okay. Thank you. What about
So,
Dr. Crusher?
She,
Oh yeah.
She's in Hunt for Red October.
Oh, is she? Kate McFadden.
Right? Yeah, she was the Jack Ryan's wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For a whole 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Right.
she's gonna
That was
she's
very
gonna be
memorable.
there.
5 seconds.
She's gonna be there at MegaCon.
Yeah, if you're looking for boobs, that's not the movie because
Well,
Yeah,
the submarine kind of
her-
looks like a giant boob.
you had her for 5 seconds and then a stewardess for like 3 seconds, and that was it for women in that movie.
But speaking of ships with boobs, we had that movie Battle Beyond the Stars, and that whole ship was just a big boob flying around.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
Yeah, and that was in another movie too, and I can't remember. I just remember it was like they used the same model from multiple unrelated movies, which I thought was kind of lame.
And speaking of boobs, that's why they brought Jerry Ryan into Voyager.
Well, yeah.
Man, those were hard to not to look at.
Well, I
her
think
other- and her
probably
other
Jolene Blaylock in Enterprise was probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough competition, but as far as series regulars, I think she was right there on top.
Jolene Blaylock.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot. Yeah.
And she was actually a Trek fan before they hired her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear the 4-year-old. Damn it. I'll wait and see if he calls
Just
me down.
whack him. He's got a big bald head. You can just whack him right
Give
in
us some
his head.
CBD. Give me a CBD gummy.
Oh, good Lord. But, yeah,
He's supposed to have been in bed an hour ago.
me too. But,
Here we are.
you know what's funny?
No,
Out here, there's no such thing as bedtime anymore. You go to a supermarket at 10 p.m., and there's women with 3 or 4 kids running around. It's like,
Really?
bedtime?
Wow.
Isn't there something called bedtime?
They don't have school the next day or something? Yeah.
None of these kids are teaching for that. I mean, just
Back to boobs.
I'm in. Let's do this.
That's one thing Captain Janeway had against her is that, female captain, we're going to get some boobage. And she didn't have that, she was pretty and everything. She just didn't have the boobage going on, Okay,
it's
next
kind of hard to
time.
be taken seriously. God, I
Talking
love this damn thing. There's so much stock footage, and it's like every plane they could find.
Oh, I think you were talking
matter.
about
It's
stock
like-
footage of boobs. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that too. Oh, there's is that 60? Who is that? CV-60. And there's an A3 Sky Warrior.
they got the bridge on the side of those ships. It's a wonder that the ship don't tip over.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
they
me
got
and Darren-
ballast.
I mean, me and Darren back in the day would go see those gratuitous, stupid B movies at the theater every Saturday just so we could get the gratuitous boob shot.
Yeah, we're talking about boats.
Boobs,
and
boobs
ships.
weren't
Boats and
weren't
boobs.
easily accessible back in the 80s. You had to like go to the park and find somebody's porn stash under the bridge.
Or the
Well, they had
horror
them in the
film.
movies, but they would always be like a quick flash because they could then just cut that scene out for the TV version.
I noticed a lot of boob shots in horror films mostly.
Yeah.
They're
and
doing
it's
Well,
just
sure,
at
'cause-
the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like you watch the first 20 minutes of a horror movie, and that's all you need if that's what you're there for.
Yeah,
Right.
young
'Cause
couple
they-
getting laid, and then all of a sudden the slasher comes in.
Yeah, because
They're-
they ain't making an appearance again.
Who was
What
one
was that?
movie? What horror movie was that? Where I think it was Silent Night, Deadly Night. It was one of those. They're all the same anyway. Where he picked up the girl naked, her boobs are flopping everywhere, and he picks her up, and there's the head of a deer or a buck or something hanging on the mantle, and he picks her up and impales her against those horns.
They did that in Salem's Lot, but it wasn't a girl. It was an
Well,
old
it's
guy.
not, it wasn't no good if it's a guy. I don't want to see that crap.
Well, he wasn't naked. He didn't have boobs
Oh,
or
okay.
anything.
As a matter of fact, it was the preacher, wasn't it, that they did that to in Salem's
or
Lot?
the doctor or somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly who it was.
Well,
That
this
was a
is-
scary movie when we were kids.
I think
Yeah.
it
The little
was
kid
Salem.
floating and scratching on the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
That
most
gave-
memorable thing. What's
What
the other
movie was
movie
that?
I mentioned? It's the other one is The Legend of Boggy Creek. You know, that one freaked me out too.
I don't think I saw it.
I don't think it's.
I don't really like horror movies, except the really old ones.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. I'll like the Frankenstein days,
Yeah.
Werewolf, those old ones. Yeah, they
I like
weren't
the
gory,
spooky
but
ones. Yeah, I like the spooky ones, not the gory slasher ones.
Right.
yeah, When it's spooky. Yeah, but I don't need all that slashing. The boob shots are okay, but we don't need all that slashing blood stuff. You know.
Yeah.
We need more spooky movies with boobs.
Yeah, we need more spooky boobs.
Wasn't like the first real slasher movie, wasn't that like the Friday the 13th?
I thought the very first. Well, maybe I thought it was Nightmare on Elm Street. No, I
No,
guess
Nightmare
Friday
on
the
Elm Street
13th.
came later.
Or Halloween. I don't know which one of those
I,
was first.
I remember seeing Halloween in the late 70s at a theater. Scared the shit out of me. In fact, we got in trouble. I was with the youth group, and the youth leader got in trouble for taking us to see an R-rated movie
Oh, nice.
because he wanted to see Halloween. So he says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take the kids. I don't give a shit." What a nice youth group that was.
Yeah.
So I rewatched Braveheart with my daughter, so she liked it.
Yeah, I seen it once.
The first time I watched it with her, she was crying at the end. She said, "I was too young to see this."
Mel Gibson,
I said,
right?
I'm sorry.
No, I was in a theater and I saw The Patriot. Yeah, that was another Mel Gibson movie where he's hacking everybody else up with an axe. And there were kids in the damn audience in the theater. It's like, are you crazy?
Kids today can watch all this slasher crap. Not like when we were kids. We didn't get to see any of that shit till we were like 16, 17.
I remember when I turned 18. I think Darren's movie when we first rented that movie, Faces of Death from Video Buffs. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
My roommate rented that, and I had to sit there. I'm like, oh my god!
I watched some of it and then I spent the rest of the time just making out with my girlfriend.
He said, "Screw it, I want to see boobs."
Yeah,
There's no boobs in Faces of Death.
right.
Faces of boobs.
Faces
Boobs.
of Oh, that is a precious moment for you, Timmy, if you're watching this shit. Welcome
Put one of those
to
out.
Faces of Boobs.
Yeah.
Paint
Or
little
Boobies of Death.
boobies of death. There you go.
Well, of course, there's Elvira. If you
Oh,
like
oh, yeah.
horror and boobies. And who was that chick? Damn it, her name was on the tip of my tongue. Wish her boobs were, but Rhonda, what's her name? Rhonda,
Your boobs were.
was it Rhonda Fleming? I don't think it was
It was
Rhonda
Help Me,
Fleming. It was Rhonda, but she did one of those TV, where they show a stupid movie and then she does like a post spots in between. It was on MTV back in the day. Rhonda Shear, I think her name was.
I don't remember that. I remember Elvira.
I think Elvira has a feud with Billie Eilish or
Rhonda Shear.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
I never heard of her.
the chick
She was
from
on-
the Wizard of Oz movie, the modern one.
Oh,
She was in the USA
she
Network
has a feud
show
with
Up All Night.
with Judy Garland, who died in 1969.
No, the modern one.
There's no
I
modern anything.
don't. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Didn't
Tony,
matter
it was Rhonda Shear, and she hosted the Up All Night on the USA Network.
Oh yeah, USA
I remember
Network. Yeah.
Up All Night. Didn't she do that? Up All Night. Something like
Yep. It was boobs.
that. I
all night.
vaguely remember that. The boobs on. Welcome to Boobs All Night.
I remember one night we had a like a D&D party over at my house or something. Whitaker was over there, and Whitaker sat there for an hour trying to focus in the channel in the back.
Oh, the rabbit ears, or the
The one-
knobs
the
in
one
back
that-
of you.
Yeah, we're trying to zero in, the signal for the porn channel.
Oh,
Oh,
when it
the,
gets
the scramble, yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. We would watch that, and every once in a while you get a boob shot or something.
Oh, yeah.
One time I got it clear, and there was a dick shot. I'm like, oh, fuck, turn this off.
Yeah, see, I
One
don't
is
get watching actual porn. I do not want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was reading a thread on that back in the day. It was when high definition video was just coming out, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I don't really want to see women's up close in high definition."
No.
Oh.
And then
Zit,
somebody,
every little-
well, yeah, but then somebody responded, and it's like, "Well, you better stay away from actual women then."
Well, generally, you can kind of do that in low light. You're not like
Yeah.
examining everything like at a up close with a
Yeah, it's
microscope.
so high def you can see the teeth in there too.
Ooh, wow.
I just, I'm done with all that shit. I kind of think if I were doing sexy time with a woman, at some point I would picture myself doing sexy time with her, and then I'd get sick and throw up all over.
Yeah. You get these people who want to film themselves. What for?
Oh yeah, why film it? Just put up a mirror. There we go.
Well,
See
they
it
used to put
live.
mirrors in the ceiling back in the 70s.
Yeah.
With the little glitter ball spinning too.
I've never actually walked into a motel that had a mirror on the ceiling, except the Hotel California. Mirrors on.
Yeah, you have to have pink champagne so you're drunk enough not to.
Yeah.
Not
With Cool
that
Whip
I
in
ever
your
went to, but we had one of those hotels that's down the street from where we grew up at called the Mon Chalet.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
It was on Peoria, just north of Colfax, there on the west side.
I don't.
We
I wouldn't have known what it was. I don't think.
It was almost kind of like behind. Oh, good.
Well, the first motel I went to actually the first time with a girl was when I was like 8, 7, whatever it was. Got a motel room. His room was like $19 for the night. Of course, this is back in late 70s, early. And we're trying to get in the mood and everything, but this window was cracked and it was real windy. And all we hear all night through the window. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
So
I
did
got
you
$19
did you have the massage bed?
Nah, it was $19. They couldn't afford a massage. Unless there was a place to put a quarter in. I don't know.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you put a quarter in, and it's like sitting on an earthquake. Okay, that's gonna run.
And if you're on the second floor, it pisses off the people down below.
Yeah. Well, this is a 1-floor motel, like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you.
It was motel,
There you
no-tel. Yeah.
If they complain, just yell at them to turn your bed on too.
Yeah.
And that was back when every motel room smelled of so much cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah.
And it was just
Everybody
built into the paint. It was just everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks now. A lot of motels you can't smoke in.
Yeah.
I know. I had some people, at a party at my Bailey house, and my non-smoking co-workers saw me smoking. They're like, "Oh, you smoking here? I had no idea." I'm like, "Yeah." And you just leave a window open, or a couple windows, and blows right outside, and it doesn't make your house smell.
That's what I thought I did. The
Dudley
window
Man
is-
Love.
My window is right here, and I thought about opening it up because you can see the curtain there. Anyway, it's right here. And I thought about opening it up and just lighting the smoke, but Vicky walk in. We don't smoke in the house.
Yeah.
Not in the house. It's blowing outside. But my deal is it always, cigarette smoke gets around the electronics and it ruined my last mixer, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And plus, it's easier to cut down if you have to go outside to smoke.
Yeah, sorry. You remember when I did smoke? Or it'd be one cigarette after another when I was on here.
Yeah. It is, you have to have some way of kind of imposing like a discipline on yourself. I'm going to do it this way, and have them an hour apart or whatever the hell.
I remember Putt would start chain smoking on here. I was like, dang, I didn't even know he smoked.
Putt was Public
Yeah.
smoking? I didn't know.
With all his health problems, what difference does it make?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice to know. If I knew I was dying a year from now or 6 months or even 5 years, then I would enjoy myself more. I'd just start smoking again.
And see
Yeah,
more
with-
boobs.
Yeah, there you go.
Or less boobs. Because normally I see an attractive woman, especially in person, and I'm just like, God damn it.
I just saw-
I drive
What?
Uber on the weekend. You know how many nice boobs I see? I gotta keep my mouth
None.
shut.
Okay.
Well, I mean, well, not
Drunk.
see, but
They're like,
Yeah.
isn't your dash cam supposed to be pointed out of the car?
I don't even have a dash cam in the car.
Well, you got to have a dash
My-
cam. You got to.
We went down to Daytona when it was with my first wife, and we were driving around on the beach, and there's all the women in bikinis and stuff, and there was just a line of cars driving up the beach and back down it. And she said, everybody's going to know you're looking at the women and you're a pervert. I said, this is cruising. That's what cruising is. That's what
Yeah.
everybody's doing.
Yeah, you know.
She's
And
like,
why would they stand out there with all that everything hanging out if they didn't want you to look at them?
yeah, and I wasn't bad looking back then, so they probably
Yeah.
didn't mind. If I was doing it now, they wouldn't be too happy about it. I can.
It never
imagine.
fails. Spring break around here is a good Ubering, especially, spring break, Florida, all the college kids. Never fails. Last few years, I get one girl driving by my car that'll flash her boobs at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you give her beads?
I would like to. But
That's
she
Mardi
just
Gras,
lifts
too.
up her- One girl did it. There was a guy in the car with her. I think she did it to piss off her boyfriend.
I think my grandma was big into that because she had
Flashing.
she would bring back tons of beads from
You get that at Jerry Springer show?
Yeah.
I know
They
Jerry
just-
Springer give out that if you showed your boobs.
Oh, really?
But no, it's Mardi Gras
Yeah.
tradition in New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
just-
Jerry Springer did. I didn't know that they did that at
Is it-
Mardi Gras.
I'll go
But that's where
flash
it all
my
comes
bead.
from.
Oh,
Yeah,
Isn't
that's-
today
that's the whole
Fat Tuesday
tradition.
anyways?
It is. That's why I put that title on the Facebook event.
oh
that
it's
nobody
Fat Tuesday.
seems to notice.
Oh.
Speaking
All right.
of nicotine, I
And
just bought
fatness.
a bunch of new pouches and I can't find them. So before I panic, I'm going to go.
Are you trying to quit smoking? Darren?
No.
Oh.
I quit smoking in 2009.
Did you?
Obama came in, and the first thing he did was raise cigarette taxes another $1 a pack. I'm like, well, I'm
Yeah.
not giving them any more money. So to
Yeah.
quit, I used Chantix, and I
Really?
had I had like 2 patches and like 2 snoozes in my mouth, and I would smoke like 13 cigars a day. So between all of those, I managed to quit.
So you quit smoking, but you smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Well, occasionally. Like
No,
the
I'm
last
impressed
5
I'm
or
impressed.
6 years, I'm like 1 or 2 cigars a year, and you don't inhale them, so
Mm.
I'm not too worried about it.
I'm impressed how Tony quit smoking. And been all. Well, how many years has it been, not Tony? That's not a tough question. Or you just don't remember, maybe.
Guess I'm like I'm like the only non-smoker. Does Timmy smoke?
No,
No, he
Not-
bitched. He bitched when he got in my car up there in Pensacon, and it was like I didn't know we were going to breakfast, and it was cold, so I went out and sat in the car, listened to radio, and was smoking away. And here comes Tim and Lisa coming down to go out to breakfast. And they all pile in my car. I'm like, oh shit! And my car's like a pool hall. And Timmy gets in, and he goes, "Oh, Jesus, Steve." Well, you should have told me you were coming, or I wouldn't have smoked in the car.
I'm not one of those ex-smokers who's a little bitch. I'm not saying
Oh,
Tim is, but
Oh, was he an
I don't-
ex-smoker?
No.
no, I don't think he ever smoked.
No, I don't think he ever did.
Yeah.
But
No,
get those all the
I
time.
was heavy into cigars, so
Really.
I would buy tons of them, and I have a big Rubbermaid bin, one of the big ones, and it's about halfway full of cigars.
But you never inhaled, did you?
Not intentionally. I accidentally once or twice.
Ooh,
It's like,
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I didn't think cigars were more for the taste.
yeah, and up through your sinuses, and you get the nicotine from them.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
I
I
never
remember I
gave
used to-
up on nicotine.
yeah. But then they got better ways they have like like different kinds of patches because there's actually like some health benefits to nicotine. So people have like patches or whatever the heck.
The Swedish, I used to buy my snus from Sweden. So
Ah,
it's just it's a little pouch, of tobacco. You put it under your upper lip so there's no juice, no spitting, anything like that. And the Swedish have been doing it for hundreds of years. And they have like the lowest heart disease, and they don't have any extra mouth cancer more than anybody else. So,
Wow.
so it appears like there's nothing really bad about it. But of course, they banned it, so I can't buy Swedish snus anymore. So I had to go to the non-natural chemical pouches.
Now, speaking of Sweden, that's some boobies there.
That because we were talking about Elvira earlier. You'll see. No, she's not from fucking Sweden. Hopefully she'll get back. But the lady we saw briefly, and we might see her again, it was the inspiration for she was Elvira long before there was Elvira. She was doing it back in the 50s. And
right there, that one there?
No. Oh. Damn it, you flashed her once and then do it again. Fucking Ed Wood. That's what we want to see, not all these goofs. Anyhow, she comes back on screen, but her name was Mila Normie. She went by Vampira.
I've heard of her.
Yeah.
And she was on local TV in L.A. back in the 50s, and she had this big old Packard from the 1920s, a big Phaeton open car, and she had a chauffeur, and she'd drive around, the chauffeur would drive her around in this big old Packard, and, fans would kind of flag her down, and she'd always sign their autographs and do all that stuff. And, she was actually appreciative of her fans, go figure. And there's me. I'm in this movie.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
He's got more IDBM credits than you.
But this movie don't have any boobs in it though.
Well, you said Tony was in it.
Boom.
And Tony goes, okay, for the show.
I have to check on something. I smell something burning.
It's not you?
So do you think Timmy's halfway across the Atlantic now?
I don't know. It's I don't know what, because he's going from Dulles to, I don't know if he's going straight to Barcelona or if he has to stop in Boise or whatever. Airline schedules are so goofed up.
Well, he probably had to go through Atlanta first. You can't fly anywhere out of the southeast United States without going through Atlanta first.
Yeah.
You can't die and go to hell without going through Atlanta first.
How do you tell the difference? There we go.
See, that's the point.
Yeah, these Ed Wood movies, they're great for you really learn firearm safety watching these movies. Except it's always what not to do.
Right.
And I love this patio here.
Kind of reminds me of Blast from the Past.
Oh yeah, I saw that back in the day.
Wasn't that Brandon Fraser?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan.
That's one of the movies I'll take out and watch every so often.
And who was the dad? Wasn't that Christopher Walken?
Yeah, he was good in that. So this duck walks into a bar, tells the bartender to give him a drink. Says, "Will that be cash or check?" He said, "Just put it on my bill."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But upon.
Yeah. See, I love this. Oh, I'm growing. Oh, there we go. I love that patio.
I have to get patio furniture. Kind of sucks. It interferes with my not spending any money plan.
Yeah, I hate that. Especially if you want to do it like this. If you want to do wicker, I can't imagine what real wicker costs nowadays.
Yeah, go to one of those all-night wicker places. I think that was from Police Squad.
Ah.
I was gonna say sometimes I've discovered there, darn that. Sometimes you got to spend money to further your no spending money, program.
Right. I tried replacing my whole air conditioning. The guy came out and looked at it and said he'd get me a bid on it. I've never heard back, and it's been like 3 weeks. So I got to call him. Hey, do you want my money?
If not, I'll get somebody else to take my money.
Yeah. And I still got to find a plumber to put in a garbage disposal. And if I keep working, if I work long enough, then I'll get my windows replaced with better ones that
Double
actually
pane,
Yeah. I've got the builder's ones from 2001. So they're kind of crap. All
Really
depends
keep
on
putting-
how long I have a job.
Don't we all say that? I go to work every day going, this could be it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on how
Of course,
the
I don't
market
know if
is.
if that would be, in my case, that'd be a bad thing or a good thing. I think this job's like a crutch for me. It's like it keeps me from like getting a better. Well, of course, I don't know who the fuck wants to hire a 65-year-old fat guy, but literally nobody. But no raise in 11 years is really it's really starting to eat me. It's really eating at me.
You got me beat. I'm only at 8 years.
Because I don't trust myself. If I go to them again, because last time I tried to get a raise, they said, "Oh, yeah, we'll give you $1," and I almost ripped their heads off right there.
Didn't you say even Lauren got mad?
Oh yeah, everybody did. Everybody thought it was the shittiest thing I ever heard, and then I never even got the damn $1.
$1 like $2,000 a year, isn't it?
Well, if you work 8
I
hours
work
a day,
20
he
hours
doesn't
a
work
week.
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then we finally convinced him to put in for his Social Security, and at least he's getting that.
Thank God. Of course, now
Yeah.
because I'm turning 65 next month, I'm on Medicare, and Medicare wants $200 every month. So I might have to start going to the doctor because I haven't been to a doctor since like '89.
And do you have to pay the Part B? You can't just say no, thank you.
I think you have to.
I don't think you have to.
Well, I think there's like California, you're supposed like have to have insurance, some shit. Yeah, because California has its own Obamacare.
That's the thing they'll do. They act like they're nice, saying, "Oh, in this state, we're mandating them insurance pay for pregnancies and all these optional surgeries. We're paying for."
There she is. That's Vampira.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we're going to make the insurance pay for all this stuff, and it's like, well, you're making me pay the insurance company for all that stuff. It's another way of putting it.
Yeah.
I was worried about my home insurance costs when I moved down here, but I got a high deductible, really high deductible, especially if it's a hurricane. So I'm still covered. It won't really destroy me if something happens, but
Yeah.
it's like half what I was paying in Colorado, so I have no complaints.
And that's the same with me too. Everybody says, "Oh, you're insured." We live inland enough that we're not really affected by it.
Yeah.
I remember about 15, 20 years ago, there was a hurricane in Florida, and some of the houses that didn't make it through, they were inspecting them after the fact, and some of the houses had like drywall on the outside. You know what happens to drywall when it gets wet? It turns into porridge. It turns into, Balto meal.
Oh, you mean for like siding or something?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so, of course, the first little bit of wind and rain, it all went to shit. But it was just, some contractors were just getting away with murder.
I might have that. I don't know.
There
It
she
got
is,
stuck
there's
on,
Vampira.
so I have no idea what's under it.
Trying to get out of the way of the boobs there.
I remember her.
Oh, then
from
I got big. Ah!
I remember her. I do remember her. Back when when the 70s and the 80s, they used to have Monster and Gore magazine and stuff like that, and I think she was in a couple of episodes or a couple of issues of that magazine.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner put out magazines like that.
Yeah.
until then he decided to do Playboy instead. But his first thing was monsters.
Yes.
So they did big Playboy Mansion Halloween parties, and the special effects guys put up a giant gargoyles on the top of the roof near the front entrance. And Halloween was over, and they're taking stuff down. He's like, "Just leave the gargoyles."
Yes.
So,
I saw it was a documentary, a docu-series on Hugh Hefner.
yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
Yeah.
No, when he passed away and they were getting rid of the Playboy Mansion, getting ready to sell it, there was dog shit everywhere. He had poodles or whatever the hell, and poodles are just shit. They produce like 4 times their weight in shit every day, and it was just everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's sad to hear. You figured he had like servants that did that shit,
You would
pick that
think.
shit up.
I remember when that
Well,
place went up for sale, I'm thinking, there's not enough Lysol in the whole world.
But you saw boobs.
My friend was buying a house, and he said, "Oh, it's just a real nice older couple. We bought it. We're buying it from." I said, right now they're going around and having sex one more time in every single room of the house, right?
It adds a whole new,
There you go.
That's not how those work.
oh man.
And no, that's not a hubcap. That's actually a flying saucer model kit that was available back then. Every so often they reissue it.
They what, two plates in a bowl?
I'm like 90%, 95% on the believing in flying saucers at this point.
Oh, I'm there too. Anybody want a 4-year-old? Free to a home.
Anyhow.
Free to a good home.
It doesn't even
Or
have to be a
just-
good home.
Just free to a home.
Yeah. Ooh, I come back and we're talking about UFOs. Ooh, I like that topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're real.
Oh, he's
And there's
These are real.
there's like a, I don't know, 50-yard long tic tac shaped
Yep.
metallic object under the pyramids, or underground near the pyramids.
Really? They find it actually found it.
They're using ground penetrating sonar or something.
Radar, yeah.
The most recent development. They found the labyrinths, and it's interesting.
Well, that's what I always believe. There's life on this planet, and the universe is so vast. It'd be weird.
Jody
Well, sure.
Foster.
The only thing is the distances. The closest star system to us is 4 light years away.
Yeah, but there's other dimensions. That's kind of what I think it is.
But it'd
As
just
Jodie
be-
Foster said in the movie Contact, if we're the only life in this universe, that's an awful waste of space.
Yeah, that's what I kind of
Oh,
want to
yeah. There's no doubt that there's life. It's just
Oh, yeah.
anything. It's just the distances,
Well, they say the warp engine technology, warp bubbles and stuff like that, that was actually based on theoretical stuff that they think is legit. But they need like the entire power of the sun or something to actually make it happen. But they used to say that you couldn't travel more than 35 miles an hour, or the air would explode your lungs coming in your mouth.
Yeah,
but you're not in the car going 35, going like
Yeah, but it could be. All you do is get bugs.
But in space, you go the speed of light. You have even one little space dust is gonna destroy you. That's why they have the inertial dampeners or the deflectors. No, inertial
The
dampeners.
reflector shields.
Right.
That's what the inertial dampeners, they keep you from being stained on the back wall.
The problem is the speed of light is kind of like putting a carrot on a stick in front of a donkey.
Yeah.
Because the faster you go, time slows down for you, and the speed of light is just as far away as it was before. which on one hand means you can never reach it, but on the other hand, it means you never have to stop accelerating. You can always go faster and faster as far as you're concerned. So even Carl Sagan back in the 70s was talking about that. It's like, well, if you could build a spaceship that would have constant one gravity thrust, you could get to the other side of the galaxy in just a few years.
Hey, look, it's Dr. What's his name from, well, that's not him.
From who?
That's not Dr. West.
Lost in Space. It looked like the guy from Lost in Space.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's not him. It's not him.
Kind of looks
But
like
the
him.
other guy that's Dudley Manlove Jr.
Man love. I like it.
Man, he
Manlove.
he got teased.
Man, welcome
Hell,
to
I got teased for my last name. What are you talking about?
That's Chuck.
Yeah.
What's so wrong about that?
Oh, I could give you some things, but I
Did
I
they
don't
say
want
like
to.
Gotscock or something like that?
Yes.
Well, that's what Timmy says.
Is he? Yeah, he calls you. He says that. Well, Timmy, you know, I can give him Timmy.
I could tell Timmy. The only thing I remember from him from the days of hanging out with Darren is the ant farm with the dead ants in it up on his shelf in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And
And I think
Did he?
I got teased, but it wasn't from my name. They'll find something.
You know, my real last name is McBrayer, and I don't know where the kids would call me McUnderwear. I'm like, what?
What?
Or
that's when they know
McQueer.
they can't think of anything, so they just come up. They just go with stupid.
McUnderwear, or McQueer, or you know.
I got a job, and the Asian guy that was getting me a login and everything. My login was D Ross, and he says, "Oh, Dross, you know that's crap, basically, right?"
Gross.
I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "You look like Riker."
Yeah, there you go.
That's where that
the
came
old.
from.
You remember the old Norge laundromats?
No.
They'd have like a planet above the laundromat. It was a little little polka dots on it.
I thought Norge
I'm the
was
only one who remembers those.
a blimp.
I
They're
don't
not a
remember.
blimp.
Yeah,
Boy,
you don't call dirigibles blimps in front of blimp people, in the
No.
same way you don't call chimpanzees monkeys in front of
Well,
anthropologists.
dirigible, it means literally, it means able to be steered. That's all. So it applies to a Zeppelin, a semi-rigid, a blimp, anything that it's powered and that you can steer. Because a regular balloon, you can't steer. It just, if you want to go that way, you try to find an air current. You just go up and down until you hit the air current that's going where you want to go.
Oh, interesting. I thought dirigible was the rigid.
well, that's like
rigid
you
is a
don't-
Zeppelin. It was designed by Zeppelin, and that's what they're called.
kind of like you don't call German people with constipation far from pooping.
Yeah, there you go. And the Goodyear blimps now aren't blimps; they're actually semi-rigid, and they're a joint project between Goodyear and the Zeppelin company.
They're still
Because they
a
brought
Zeppelin
back the
company?
Zeppelin company back in the 80s.
Oh, kind of like Bugatti.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that what
reading.
Riker called Troy and Gotti? Anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say I was reading history, and one of the worst jobs you could have had in the Civil War was one of those balloon observers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You think people would shoot at those guys?
Not only did they get shot at by the enemy, they got shot at by their guys too. Nobody was shooting at them. Because when they put the balloon up, sometimes the guys on your own side didn't realize that the balloon was theirs. They thought it was the other side's.
That's amazing. But
The worst part about war is getting captured and then having to shove a watch up your ass,
Yeah. There you go.
dying of dysentery.
Or having to know about baseball. So if people interrogate you and are you an enemy spy? And what if you don't know anything about that? Happened during the Battle of Bulge. I think it was a colonel or even a general. He got like a bunch of troops pulled, their weapons on him and said, prove that you're not like a German spy. And they started asking him about, jack shit about baseball. They almost shot him.
Yeah, I'd be in trouble. I know they have a kind of Super Bowl or something in
Yeah.
a couple years.
You know, they get home runs during that Super Bowl too. You know,
Yeah, there you go.
That Major Healy.
and then it's also like, you know, speaking of flying, you know, like World War I, you know, with the biplanes and stuff like that. Those pilots literally had a life expectancy of like 5 missions. That was their average mission life
Yeah.
I think
before
that
they got
was,
shot down.
I think World War II over Europe was similar to that. Those bomber guys didn't last long.
I don't know.
Well,
What was it?
they had the great idea. They had the wonderful idea of say, oh, these bombers, they have so many guns on them that we don't need fighter protection. They figured they could go up in a big formation, and that all the guns that the bombers carried would be enough to defend them against enemy fighters. Well, it didn't work out that way. The 8th Air Force had a higher casualty rate than any other unit of the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
Because every time you lost a B-17, that was 10 people right there. That was
Yep. And there was hardly, you can't like armor plate a plane or it won't fly. It'd just be too damn heavy to fly. And so, they would wear flak jackets inside the airplane, but that only goes so far.
Yeah, I'd be sitting on it. All right, I'd make myself a flak diaper.
that poor guy in the bottom ball turret. You know, that poor bastard.
Yeah, he was kind of stuck there till they landed or something, wasn't he?
No, because you'd rotate the turret around and there would be a hatch on it he could climb in and out of. But there was so little room in the ball turret they couldn't wear a parachute in it. So if they had to bail out, they had to get the ball turret in the right position so they could open the hatch, and then he'd have to get out of the ball turret and then get his while the plane's doing all that shit, and he'd have to get out of and then put his chute on and get out of the plane.
There was it's not too long ago movie, I think Shadow in the Clouds, and it's got the Chloe chick from Kick-Ass.
Moretz.
Yeah. So, but it's during World War II, and she's getting ferried across somewhere in a bomber, and they get tired of her lips, so they stick her in the ball turret, and she's down there in the ball turret, and then she starts seeing like this giant gremlin thing crawling around over the plane, and it starts tearing the plane. It was good, but like most of the movie was just her in the ball turret, which if they can pull that off, then it's good. It's really good. Otherwise, it would kind of be boring.
But I think that movie. I have to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's a recent.
Shadow in the Clouds. Yeah,
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Because and the ball turret gunner couldn't be like taller than like 5'6" or 5'7".
Everybody was shorter than that back then.
Yeah, but what also happened to the ball turret guy in the belly ball turret, is the flak would paste the hell out of him a lot of times because
Yeah.
Well, I think if they were taking flak, then there wouldn't be enemy fighters, so they wouldn't have the guy in the turret anyway.
Yeah.
So they'd have to get him out of there. And when we say the ball turret, that's what we mean, the one on the bottom, because it's shaped like a ball. The other turrets are just turrets.
Right.
Or if you're Australian, you call them turrets. Don't know why.
Now, didn't the B-29 have like 2 of them under there or something like that? Or
no, it actually didn't have that. It had the 29. They were remote controlled, so the gunners were inside the plane, and they had like a radar or whatever, and they could. I think the 29 had one on top of the B-50. Might have had more than one, and they had a tail gun. I don't know if there was still a tail gunner. Yeah, I think there was, but the top turret was remote controlled
for a while.
Yeah, it was the last of it didn't have any other defensive armament but the tail gun, and those have since been removed. They don't use a tail gun anymore.
And wasn't the tail gun on a B-52 wasn't it like a quad 50 or something? Didn't they have like?
Yeah, I think it was a quad 50, and then later on they went to Vulcans.
Yep.
There's Vampira. Basically, was Elvira before there was Elvira.
Yep. We're having fun talking about World War II stuff, Tony. I like that.
Well, I was trying to show that to Steve, but Steve's like watching a bug or something like that. There's Vampira. That's yeah. She basically, Elvira basically copied her. I mean,
I
not that she's
remember her.
not a great talent her own self, but that's where the idea came from. And if your grave starts doing that, not a good thing.
No.
And then I think we talked about, I don't know if we talked about this before or somewhere else, but there toward the end of the war, they weren't even painting the B-17s because it knocked off like 3,000 pounds off the plane by not even painting them.
Yeah.
And they were just, the silver.
Oh yeah, it saved a lot of weight because they didn't really need to camouflage them because the Germans weren't able to bomb the airfields anyway.
Uh-huh.
Although I found this interesting, the very last Luftwaffe flight over London, it was in April of '45, at the very end of the war. It was a Arado 234 jet. And it was a little jet bomber that they built, but this was a reconnaissance version. It had cameras in it. So they sent that over London right at the very tail end of the war. It was the last flight of the Luftwaffe over London during the war. And it was a jet.
That was the biggest mistake they made during World War II, is not taking England after we defeated the Germans and the Japs.
Well, their biggest mistake was taking on the Eastern and Western Front all at the same time. They needed to neutralize one or the other before they went after the other one.
Well, the problem was they had no choice because the Russians were getting ready. If they hadn't attacked Russia in '41, the Iron Curtain would have been in the Atlantic Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
The Russians were getting ready to attack to the west, so they really didn't have much of it. They knew it wasn't going to be a good thing, but they had no choice. It was,
and I think
they had to hit first.
That was a big part of why they nuked Japan too, instead of, because they were debating it, but they wanted to get it done before the Russians got there.
Yeah,
basically. And it's better to be nuked than conquered by Russians, I think.
I ask Poland, boy, oh boy, they really lucked out. They got That's why I always have to laugh when they talk about the Russians liberating this city or that city at the end of World War. The Soviet Red Army didn't liberate shit. Or if by liberate you mean hack to death and rape and okay.
Yeah, it's like the lions.
This is being saved.
And they throw you over the fence into the crock pen.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Patton tried to convince, Eisenhower, let me keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Patton did not care for the Russians at all.
I don't think that would have worked. I think morale wise, the whole country would have fallen apart.
Which one?
America.
Yeah.
I don't think the soldiers would have been happy. All right, now we're starting a new war against Russia.
Yeah.
They did anyway, but they shouldn't have given them all those materials and armaments. They should have just let Germany and Russia battle it out and hands
Fortify
off.
France.
And France.
Cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Well, the funny thing about France is that the government in France prior to the war was hugely unpopular. Hugely unpopular.
Really?
Actually, the government they had during the war was actually more popular than the one they had before.
War talk.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there like two branches of France? When there's like the Vichy French and the.
Yeah, there was the part that was still France and there was occupied. But after, just before D-Day, I think Germany went ahead and occupied the entire place.
I think one of the
there was like an occupied
naval
buffer zone, and then the rest of France, which was just a government that was allied with Germany.
I think one of the earliest naval battles was England attacked a bunch of French ships because they didn't trust them.
Right, and with crews on board, and so they killed a whole lot of French sailors. Because they're basically assholes, but then, oh well.
Yeah.
My goodness.
The British have a long history of being assholes.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't like the Spanish. They didn't like the.
They didn't like anybody. They didn't like being, rivaled by anybody. Oh, there you go. You got the V-shaped Sparky thing. You have to have the V-shaped Sparky thing.
Oh yeah.
And that is one of those blinking lights I used to put on those traffic, the little sawhorses. When they shut off a road or whatever, and they have a little blinking light on it. That was one of those. I've seen this movie for years. The first time I noticed that. And it's probably stolen too because they didn't, you give them away.
Lighting's not bad.
Yeah.
Barricade light.
Yeah.
Now they're
there he
LED.
goes. Wee.
Is this? Oh, this is still Vampira.
That's Plan 9 from Outer Space. Everybody's heard of it. It's the best bad movie ever made.
Is this the one where it has that the sound clip you stupid people or something like that?
Stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid. It has to. You got to pronounce it stupid.
yeah. I have that soundbite, but I won't play it now.
Oh, okay.
We get copyright strike. Yeah.
This movie's public domain. Been public domain forever.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, stupid.
So I rubbed my eyes and forgot that I had jalapenos for dinner. So
Oh, don't do that.
this is gonna suck soon. I've washed my hands several times, but that doesn't seem to have anything to do with it.
You know what? I've gotten to the point in my age when I mess with jalapenos and other peppers. I actually put on black latex gloves now, and then and then take them off.
Yeah.
Isn't this the sound, Tony? Here,
You see? Your stupid minds.
that one.
But then he says stupid right after that.
Yeah, I thought I had a longer clip than that, but I guess
Yeah.
maybe I cut it.
Well, that would be a stupid place to cut it.
It's
Matter of
Planet
fact, it's not
Nine.
even jalapenos and peppers. I put on gloves anytime I handle meat or anything now. So
Is it Plan 9 or Planet 9?
No,
Yeah,
Plan
it's
9.
a
Planet.
culinary person, so she has a bunch of those gloves, those disposable ones, but they're small. And I was messing with my printer, 3D printer, and it uses some kind of toxic resin. So I was going to put her gloves. No, I was going to put her gloves on because I was messing with the lens because it's basically resin, and then it pushes down, and then there's an LED or LCD screen under there that lights up and cures whatever pixels worth of stuff. Then that's how it builds it.
Oh,
And I didn't want to do fingerprints on it, so I was trying
Right.
to use her gloves. But hers are small gloves, and they ripped before I could even fit them on my hand. So I gave up, and I said, "Well, I'll just wash my hands a couple."
didn't Timmy buy a 3D printer? Quit using it because it kept breaking.
yeah.
He's got one. I don't know if it's breaking or not.
I think this is the clip here, Tony.
Even now, your scientists are working on a way to harness the sun's rays. The rays of sunlight are minute particles. Is it so far from your imagination they cannot do as I have suggested?
Why, a particle of sunlight can't even be seen or measured.
Can you see or measure an atom? Yet you can explode one. A ray of sunlight is made up of many atoms.
So what if we do develop this solar-night bomb?
10
We'd be
seconds.
even a stronger nation than now.
Stronger. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid!
That's all I'm taking from you.
Get back here, you jerk!
Let him finish.
That was long. I knew I had the longer clip somewhere.
Are they slapping each other?
Yeah.
It's slap, yeah.
You're stupid minds. I actually think that Leonard used that, or Sheldon used that in one of the Big Bang Theory episodes. He quoted
Yeah.
that. You stupid,
Oh, yeah, it's
stupid
famous.
minds.
I should get to watch Big Bang Theory. I don't think I've really watched.
I
that
love
many
Big
episodes.
Bang.
wanna
I
watch
I didn't start watching the Big Bang Theory till probably the 7th or 8th season. I mean, getting toward the end,
Mhm.
and then I had to go back and watch them all. It's just Big Bang. It doesn't take long to get into it. Big Bang Theory is funny as hell.
Yeah,
I've only ever
Who's
seen
that?
one episode, and that's because Bob Newhart was on it.
Yep. And he was
Yeah.
actually in probably 5 or 6 episodes through the whole series.
and you can't forget about Will Wheaton.
Yep.
Wheaton.
Well, LeVar
Well,
Burton's in it, and Brent Spiner, and
Really?
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
Who's Worf?
Poor
Michael
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 Dorn.
Dorn.
Yeah, he collects fighter jets.
He does, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had like a T-33, and I think he even had a Sabre for a while.
I met Michael Dorn once. He was nice.
Did you remember watching him in Chips there, Darren?
No, I didn't see it.
I remember him in Chips.
Michael Dorn was the black CHP officer that was with him.
Oh, really? In the original Chips?
Yes.
Mhm. I remember him going up
back
to
from the
Ponch
70s.
once. He went up to Ponch once and said, "Are you initiating a Klingon mating ritual?"
Yeah.
My favorite Worf line is, "Captain, I protest. I am not a merry man." That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I am not a merry man.
Yeah, that was-
I love how this he's supposed to be like an Air Force general, and he's got this big map of the country on the back wall, and the map has got the Santa Fe Railroad logo on it down in the bottom corner. It's partially obscured by the light there, but that's the old Santa Fe. So they can't even get like an official map. They got to get one from the from the rail.
I guess the military couldn't afford their own map.
Yeah, or at least he couldn't.
Yeah. With the
Like his porn stash up on the wall.
They spent all their money on $10,000 hammers.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, they had to build Area 51 somehow.
Oh, this is too much.
Hey guys, what a wild show.
Who's that?
Was that Neb? He's trying to get in again, damn it. Poor guy.
Damn.
He's got the only phone that still has a dial tone. Do you know, if you play that sound of a dial tone for somebody under the age of 25, they're not even going to know what it is.
Yeah.
Really? I have the dial tone here.
You could probably go up above 25.
Wait, they don't. Wait, there's no dial tone anymore?
When's the last time you heard a dial tone? Besides your side effects.
I don't pay attention. Is there a dial tone on my?
I haven't had a phone in my house in 15 years.
I had a phone up until I moved. So I had one last year.
Is that the phone? Is that the phone number you gave all the people? So when they called, you never answered that phone.
Yeah.
No, I answered my home phone. But I didn't know how to check messages. So.
And this, you don't hear this much anymore. No, those kind of rings.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I mean, not on actual telephones that those ring on, but I hear quite a few people that have those as their ringtones on their smartphones.
Really?
Right.
That's kind of cool. I wish I had I have one that rings annoying. It was "Hello, Moto." I'm like, shut up. They got that Android phone going on. I heard people. I would like to try an iPhone, but those are a lot better. Are those made by Apple?
Yeah.
That's all I've ever had. I've had all the way from iPhone 4 all the way up to my iPhone 16 that I have now.
Aren't they expensive?
They're the same deal as any other. You go to the Verizon or AT&T or whatever, they give you one, for signing up or do your contract.
Really? Because all we've ever gotten is Androids, and
the problem is it's the same thing with iPhones. If you've always used the Android phone, you're gonna be used to using an Android phone, and iPhones are gonna throw you off. And it's the same as something, because my wife had an iPhone an iPhone for a long time, and she tried to switch over to an Android, and she had to switch back because she couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've had, because I started with a old iPhone 4 that my old boss gave me, and I've got the 16E now, which is the inexpensive one with only one camera on the back instead of like 5.
you got an iPhone, Tony?
Yep.
Because look, I don't know if you can see this. My phone has got.
Yeah, you got 500 cameras. It's like, how many of those cameras do you use?
I don't know why they need so many cameras. What the hell is that for?
High definition resolution and shit.
Yeah, mine just has the one.
Yeah.
Oh, I only use one camera at a time anyway.
I'd show you my phone, but that's what I'm using right now. So
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you had your other setup there. You looked like it was working for you, and then
I think this USB hub thing I got is flaking out on me. because I can't get some things to work. I mean, and I didn't really play with it this weekend, like I said I was going to. So,
you're using your phone?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good for using your phone.
Yeah, I thought in the beginning when you first got on that you were using a desktop because the image wasn't bouncing around and doing shit.
Mm-hmm. No, so I can pick my phone up and do,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's psychedelic, David. Yeah.
My very first cell phone was a Motorola flip phone that you pulled the antenna up and flipped it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And if you talked on it for more than about 2 minutes, it started burning your ear because it got hot.
I remember the flip phones. I thought it was cool because I can flip it over like the communicator.
And then I think my next phone was like a Nokia. And then, then I got the Motorola Razor, that little thin one that.
I think the Razor was the high point of cell phones.
Yeah. It's interesting watching these older shows like early 2000s when cell phones were like primitive to watch them with the flip phones or the prepaid phones. And it's like, wow. Remember, I wish we had cell phones when we were kids,
No, I don't.
No.
I'm glad we didn't.
Somebody was talking about they were going to do a reboot of like the Breakfast Club, and I was like, "What are they going to do? Sit in the library the whole time and all of them be on their phones?"
Oh yeah, right. But I had a kid in Uber the other day who was like 16, and I asked him about a payphone. He said, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
payphone. Yeah, I pay for this one every month. Yeah.
I told him, I said, back when we were in high school, we wanted a ride from mom and dad. We had to drop a quarter in a payphone. And
oh, see, you did it wrong.
What?
You make a collect call and say, collect call from, come pick me up.
Oh, that's a good. I never thought of that.
Well, that's if it was automated, but in the old days, it was a human operator, and you could.
What number are you dialing, please?
Like that.
Do they still have operators?
Yeah. What happens if you call 0?
I haven't dialed 0 so long.
We should try
so
that.
If you do it on your smartphone, it just okay.
Because Allie's mother was a telephone operator.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. And she was such a sweet lady. I bet she was a real nice operator.
Oh yeah.
I always liked
Jackie's mom was an operator for Cincinnati Bell.
Ah.
Back when the Bell system was all different bells all over the country, and
I was an operator back then, but I got too many STDs.
I was an operator, but I touched the side and it buzzed real loud.
Everyone's a comedian. Oh, I got to keep this handy because then. There we go.
There you go.
I remember going to Burger King and looking at Darren going, "Hey, Whopper with cheese, man, with fries and chocolate shake, dude. Oh, make that onion rings instead."
Yeah, I still do that. I prefer the onion rings than I do the fries.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've had Burger King in 20 years.
I had it last weekend.
It's not bad. Their fries are good.
I don't know. I can't deal with the only fries I can deal with are McDonald's, but I don't like McDonald's anything else.
I don't like McDonald's.
What I want to do is I want to get a Burger King and a McDonald's next to each other, and I'll go get a Whopper from Burger King and run next door to McDonald's and get the fries.
I about every 2 or 3 years I get a Big Mac from McDonald's just to remind myself why I don't get Big Macs from McDonald's.
Those are nauseating. Oh my god.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I like them. I like the filet of fish, quarter pounder. It's just, it's not worth the money.
I got a quarter pounder.
If I'm spending $15
it's a Royale with cheese.
Lunch, yeah, I'm not getting a Royale. Why do they call it the Royale?
They have the metric system over there.
Check out the big brain on Brad. Or Brett.
No, somebody wanted to compete with the McDonald's quarter pounder, and so they said, "Oh, we're going to have a third pounder," and they found out that people didn't understand that a third of a pound is
did that.
More than a fucking quarter of a pound. They didn't understand that.
Yeah, that was A&W that did that, wasn't it?
What?
I think so.
The 1/3 pound burger.
Oh, really? Third pound? Trying to outdo the quarter pounder, yeah.
Remember,
except that people didn't know that a third is bigger than a quarter.
Yeah. Wasn't that long ago Carl's Jr. did their $6 burger.
Yeah.
What did Carl Sr. think about that?
It was like $3 something. It's like now a $6 burger discount.
Yeah, sign me up at $12 now. Yeah, they had to start calling them thick burgers because the $6 thing.
Yeah,
Boy,
they were
they're like
$6.
$12.
You remember an old fast food? I just heard about this a couple of weeks ago called Burger Queen.
Yeah.
I never.
Yeah,
knew they
those
had a
are in
Burger-
San Francisco, I think.
Yeah.
I never
they
went
had
there.
some-
But yeah.
They had some in Denver, I think, in the '60s and stuff. I never went to one, but I remember seeing pictures of like old school Aurora pictures and stuff.
Mm.
I remember Denver had the 19-cent hamburger stand.
Yep.
Oh my
It
god!
turned into the 29-cent hamburger stand.
And then
I
turned
They only
into
do
their
dollar
wiener
stores
schnitzel.
now. It's like the $10 store.
Yeah. Yeah, dollar store. I know everything's like $1.50, $2 now. Dollar.
Their wiener schnitzel is owned by started by the same guy that did.
You said-
Hamburgers.
You
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, we still got
And
a
it
Wiener
wasn't,
Schnitzel out
and it
here.
wasn't, yeah. And it was hot dogs.
Yeah.
And it made
Remember
all the
the-
Americans think that a wiener schnitzel was a hot dog.
Remember the
course.
place in the malls back when we were there, Darren, called Around the Corner?
That
You sit
sounds
down in the
familiar.
booth and they picked up the phone and ordered your burger. And
That sounds
From
familiar.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Or hot dog on a stick, where they had to wear these uniforms. That it embarrassed me to go there and talk to somebody. The uniform was like so embarrassing. It embarrassed me just to be standing there.
Yep.
What was wrong with it?
I
It looked like a big
You ever remember
dick.
the hot dog on a stick uniforms that they wore?
oh god, they were horrible.
Oh, I don't
I had-
remember those.
When I
They
started
were like
working
clowns.
we had at Burger King when I first started working there, they had like blue pants and kind of maroon and blue shirts. And then they went back to the orange and yellow.
Yeah, I remember
Uniforms.
the orange pants
And
and
brown.
They made it, yeah, they made everybody go back to those, but I just kept wearing my blues. And
I don't remember blue.
They
I
didn't
remember
say
the-
anything about it.
And the like the orange, and the top looked like it had short. It had short sleeves and little design on the sleeve. I forget.
Like plaid
I remember
sleeves or
I worked
something.
there in '86 at the Burger King.
Mm.
That's when I worked there too.
Maybe you worked at the same one. You never know.
The only fast food I really eat at now is like Chick-fil-A.
I've never tried Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Gotta try that.
I like Hungry Howie's for pizza.
Yeah,
But
you have,
I don't like Hungry Howie's. It's just there's
Oh.
something about their pizza that's just. I like
Oh.
Marco's. I love Marco's.
we never tried one.
Haven't tried Marco's.
Mhm.
We gotta get
They got-
together for another Skyline. Gotcha.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, this time it'll be my treat.
Let you know we'll come back down because sometimes we like going down to Honeymoon Island if you know where that's at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been there
Yeah.
before. It's like a little park, right on the beach, up there in Safety Harbor.
Then I got to make my way back up to Ferdina Beach or whatever that is.
Ferdinand Beach.
Hang
I
out
know
with
we haven't
Darren.
had one chat.
I know. I was thinking. that.
We haven't had more than 3 people watching
Yeah.
Yeah.
at any time.
People catch us in the rerun. You know.
Timmy,
What is it?
Apparently, Timmy does bring him to the show.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Timmy's not going to be there. These guys suck.
And hell, the one watching now is probably one of us logged in watching.
It is.
one,
I'm-
you know?
I'm on there logged in watching, and
Well, so am
I was
I.
keeping. It's the only way to keep. There was only one. It's the only way to keep looking at the chat to see if anybody comes in.
Yeah.
Well, we almost made it though.
Yeah,
15 more minutes.
Yeah.
but darn.
What?
Darn.
I was saying darn like instead of damn it, you know. But anywho,
Yeah, my daughter, when she was like 3, her stepfather said shit. And she says, I don't say shit. I say damn it like my daddy.
who's your daughter? Is she Kendra?
Kendra is my one daughter. She's my older daughter.
Okay,
And
she's the one that comes
Kiana-
in the chat.
Yeah, Kiana's the younger daughter who
Okay.
lives with me.
Okay.
She has an interview at Walmart next week, so wish her luck.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Great.
good luck.
Yeah.
How old is she?
18.
Oh, okay, yeah. She graduated high school, so.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's what I was waiting on, but to move out here.
Oh.
okay, yeah.
I would have been doing so much better if I'd gone a year or 2 sooner.
Well, I have I have like I don't know, these kids turn 18. So much for retirement. Jeez, got to raise 2 of the grandkids. The one you just saw in here, and
Yeah, that's what I did.
you
Until
raised
she
grand-
turned 18. Yeah, I've been raising kids since 89.
Yes, he has. He's been raising them with the help of the Bob mask.
Yeah. We had a scary mask that kind of looked like the Nosferatu, the little bit.
Okay.
And the kids were terrified of that. So of course they'd be asleep or in their bedroom, and then we take the Bob mask and have it look in the window, and they'd start screaming.
No.
And then we moved to Florida, and they were scared of ghosts at my mom's house when we got down here, and they begged us to keep the Bob mask in their room to scare away the ghosts.
There you go.
I
I remember being at Darren's apartment though, and that's how he got the kids to go to bed. You get to go to bed, or I'm going to get the Bob mask. Okay.
I'll look at you with the Bob mask.
I wasn't the greatest parent in hindsight.
Is that the Bob? I don't know.
And then sorry, these are famous, Darren. I'm speaking highly respectful of these, but Darren would make us daiquiris in like plastic, cups with the salt around the side or whatever. What daiquiris? It was
margaritas.
Green tequila
Margaritas
with salt.
Yeah,
that's what Putt called them.
You see,
here's your gun safety class.
All right.
He's only like to hold his wiener. Look at it.
Point and shoot.
Is he trying to take a leak with the gun?
I have no idea.
Does he blow his nards off?
Missed it by that much.
Yeah.
Damn it! I love you guys, but shit, I miss Putt.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, he was something else.
What? I don't know, but something else.
Yeah.
There's the traffic blinky light thing for the. So they probably stole, and people used to steal like the big 6-volt batteries out of them. And then they made them so you couldn't steal the battery out of it. And they would advertise, "No, you can't steal the batteries up." Hell yeah. Watch me.
We can't, can we?
I had a friend one time that had like every traffic sign up in his garage. And I was like, damn, dude, you got like 10 grand worth of traffic signs in here. You know how much that shit cost?
Well, guys, talk if you're missing Putt, this will help.
Put down the song and back away slowly.
There you
go. See, this is why I don't shave my head. I said, well, that I still got a little bit of hair in the front, but it's because I'm going to look like that guy if I shave my head, and I'm scary enough.
Well, see, what gets me is mine here. This all stays bald, but this will start puffing out when you see it starting to do it now.
Yeah, the Larry Fine effect. I hate that. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, the hair on the sides grows 10 times as fast as the hair on top. Because I only got a little bit on top. It's just barely enough to kind of squeak by.
You got more on top than I do.
Because then I'd look like this guy, and then I'm already scary enough.
Look, you all got more hair than I do. Even God's chocolate.
Actually, I have quite a bit of hair. I just keep it short.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you got hair in the back. I don't have any hair in the back.
Oh, I got hair.
This has been a good show to have Lauren on there, Tony.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you got to invite her on.
I even have hair on my. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have friends with her on Facebook, and she's never posted one thing.
Nah, she didn't really like to use Facebook. She uses Instagram now and again, but
not even much on that, huh?
Oh, look, David Gottschalk is in the chat room.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's
Hi.
you, chat.
Hi, David.
Hi, David. But trying to think of.
Oh, Timmy, if you're watching us on the plane, most planes have internet. Most planes have internet access now.
Yeah. Wonder if he's. I guess he couldn't be in the chat even if he was watching. I guess.
Because the stats on the studio thing say that we've had a total of 11 views so far.
Today okay. It might have been. He could very well be watching.
We've had regulars come and go.
Well, we've got 242 subscribers.
Yeah.
Now, there are probably 239 of them are probably from India and scammers that have just subscribed to everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm subscribed, and I like the show. I did do a like.
Am I subscribed?
You better.
I think
because we haven't heard from Laura in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always put her on the invite list when I send out the invites.
Yeah.
Allie only comes on about once every 3 months?
She says she'll be here next week.
Okay.
Oh, Allie said she'll be here next week?
Yeah.
Well, nice. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't see where it says I'm subscribed.
Of course, we haven't seen Lisa in, 3-4 years now?
Okay, I am subscribed.
We haven't seen the other Wendy in a while.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe we should put commercials on here. Then we got all kinds of listeners and viewers. Or I've been thinking on trying another celebrity, maybe like a B celebrity, like get the show. Maybe. I wish Wesley would come back. He just stopped talking to me, the bitch. If you're watching, Wesley, you're not watching. But that's that's what this is supposed to be, is get some celebrities on here. But I think the celebrities aren't going to want to come on to something that's got a low listener.
Yeah.
No, there's such thing as low listener, and such thing as no listener.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I've noticed a lot of people will catch this in reruns.
Maybe if we were all topless, they'd get more.
Oh, that'd
Boobies.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's basically if we were all fighting each other, those are the ones that get the big viewership.
Really? Maybe we should all make up, fights or something.
Yelling and screaming and.
Well, a lot of people.
Well, if we start talking about politics, we start doing that, and that'll probably get.
Yeah, but I think the four of us we're all on the same side of politics. I think.
We could get fake. We could be fake experts.
Yeah, most of them are fake to go on TV anyway.
Yeah.
But
this
gun safety
pissed me off.
I was talking to my boss about some COVID thing or whatever, and he says, "Well, I just listen to the experts." I said, "Well, you can find experts that disagree on every topic, so you still got to pick what expert you're listening to."
Yeah. But, like I could get Robbie Rist to come back on, maybe.
He's gonna be at the St. Pete. Well, you can go talk to him at the St. Pete convention here.
Yeah, when is that? I looked that up. I can't remember when.
He's gonna be at that.
Because he was on our Wrong Channel show before.
But he don't like Timmy. But he don't like Timmy, does he?
I don't know why he wouldn't.
Well, Timmy's the one that keeps saying that.
Well, Robbie Rist is very, very left. But I don't. That's why I don't like talking politics, because everybody's got.
Because you alienate people. I think. What's his name? Peter Fonda, not Peter Fonda.
De Niro.
Their dad, Peter and Jane's dad.
Oh, Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda and the guy that plays the colonel, on the airplane one you show. What's his name?
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart were like best friends, but they were both like political opposites.
Oh, really?
And in an interview one time, they said, "How do you two stay friends when one of you is like a staunch Republican and one of you is a staunch Democrat?" And they said, "We don't talk politics."
That's it. Yeah.
That's what broke up the Everly brothers, Phil and Don Everly. They ended up not speaking to each other. I think they've both passed away by now over politics.
Really?
Yep.
That's how me and Big Bob get along. He is very, left, but we just don't talk politics.
Yeah, it's not. It's if you want to be friends, you don't do that. It's just.
Yeah, any relationship, friends or girlfriend or whatever, topics not to talk about because it just causes problems. Like I
It's
tell Vicky, I said we're good together as long as you believe what I believe. No, he don't say that, but
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, the St. Pete Con is in 10 days.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Well, I can't put money away for the MegaCon, so
it's
MegaCon?
February. It's February 28th to March 1st at the St. Pete Clearwater Marriott.
Yeah, it's right around from the bus lot when I drove PST. But it's a lot cheaper than the MegaCon. I have $25 for a Saturday. I mean, I could go pay at the door and just stay for a couple hours because it's not going to be that big.
Yeah, you go see Robbie Wrist. He'll be there.
Yeah. See Robbie's wrist. Cousin Oliver.
And he's about the only one I see that's that I would know.
Yeah, it's not a very big. They don't for that little venue. They're not going to attract the A list.
Yeah, because we had Robbie on the Wrong Channel show. I think it was like 2014 or 2015. So it was before. It was before your buddy, the orange guy.
Yeah. But we don't. Even when Robbie was on, we didn't talk politics. I don't think.
Right, like I said, it was before that. Before everybody absolutely went bananas.
I remember. I remember Robbie finding it odd that Timmy would remember that Cousin Oliver played with a Tonka truck or something.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things we find odd about Timmy, but
Yeah.
Well, no, it's one of those things you don't notice until somebody points it out. But and the Brady Bunch, the kids never played with toys.
Right, Timmy has a way of pissing off the celebrities, like with Tonka truck, and he didn't really piss him off, or Mickey with meat on Porky's. I wish you could have been here, darn, and got shocked when we interviewed Tony Gagnos from Porky's. That was we were on like 7 hours with him.
Oh yeah, because I had to go to work that day. So you guys just kept doing it.
Oh, you left
the raw.
Yeah, I still got a lot of raw audio from that.
Yeah.
And he has since passed away. So
yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah. He was such a
bad
nice
luck.
guy too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'd talk. He'd never gotten to do that film that he wanted to do, Daddy's Girls. It was with the Porky's guys, but it was kind of going to be like Porky's, but not. They weren't going to be the same characters because they didn't own the rights to them. But
well, you used to see that in the old days of Hollywood. You'd see like the same actors getting together and do a completely different movie. Mm-hmm. Like you'd see like Bogart and Peter Lorre. They were like together in like 4 or 5 different movies. He'd playing completely different kinds of characters, but the same sort of rep group.
There's still a lot of the Porky's actors still around. Wyatt Knight passed away. He played Tommy. Then there's Tony Gagnos. I think they're the only Nancy Parsons from the Nancy Parsons
Tim
Project.
Cattrall's still around.
Huh?
Tim Cattrall's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think she's probably trying to forget she did that one. Lassie. Do you see that, Darren? Do you see Porky's?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That was
because I'd never seen it. I didn't see it until we were getting ready to have Tony Gagnos on the show.
Oh, that was a crappy way of seeing the movie. We got us on Zoom or whatever it was, and I pointed.
That was Skype back in the day.
Skype. Oh yeah, I pointed the camera towards the video, and we all watched it that way.
Yeah.
Because now you can just, if you're just offline, you can insert it here and watch it on Zoom.
Oops. What the hell did you do?
Oh wow! Look at the time already. Gee.
Yeah, it's about time.
I enjoyed this tonight. It was
yeah, this is like the best show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Timmy. See?
Yeah.
No Timmy. I'm waiting for him to make comment about that when he gets back.
Oh yeah.
I see the Gunshot had a no Timmy sign up.
Well, he'll see the part I had about the no dress. Ooh, what'd I do? Hit the wrong button. Shame on me.
Very serious. Yeah, don't be hitting the wrong button.
Shame on.
I feel like darn, it's time to go.
Yeah.
They're-
Well,
Yeah.
cool, guys.
That's for
All right.
Tim.
Well, let me get over to the thing here before we do.
Yeah.
Oh, you
For
got
all
that
those
again.
of you not watching, thank you for
Oops.
being here tonight.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah,
almost watching.
We had really fun. Tell your friends, your families, your enemies, your exes, your
Yeah.
coworkers,
There you go.
and be a part.
All right.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Toodly doo,
Bye.
people.